Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, welcome to Girl Stream Team, everybody.
Welcome to this place where destiny is made.
Where density is Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome. Happy birthday, Vivek.
Happy birthday,
You did
Vivek.
it.
Happy birthday,
You're
Todd Howard.
happy birthday, Todd Howard. No, don't speak his name. Happy birthday, Michael Kirkbride.
I will,
Yeah. Yay.
wait, who?
And he was a lot of the reason why Morrowind was as good as it is,
Okay,
as far as I
fair.
understand it. Yay.
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 Why is the game capture not working?
I don't know.
Hooray.
Yay. Welcome
Yeah.
to our first all audio stream of.
God, could you imagine?
All
There's
right, April
there's like
Fool's streams
there's like
list number one.
there's like a game, I think it's called Blind Monk Society, and it is intended for play just through audio. But I think that would be a good stream.
Sounds really cool.
Actually, yeah, it does. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's working. Yeah,
Good.
feel free. We've got cute little avatars. These are
Yeah,
by
yeah.
These are by Duke of Ash, Duke_of_Ash on Twitter, and
Who, as I understand, just showcased his new VTuber.
he had showcased his new VTuber. It's an extremely good shark, and people in chat were getting kind of weird about the feet.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So we've got that to look forward to when we finally get into live 2D.
Hooray.
Oh my goodness.
So chat, hello. Hello everybody. I love you. Today is the 20th anniversary of Morrowind, which was released May 1st, 2002. Jesus, turning to dust. Yeah, I love this game a lot. Jax loves this game a lot. I know way more about this than I have any right to, so be prepared for that because I'm not holding back.
She knows way more about this game than I do also, even though I love this game so much.
It's so good. But a lot of things can happen in 20 years, and part of that is that now you can just play it multiplayer. So that's what we're doing today. This is multiplayer Morrowind. This is using a program called TES3MP. Nobody knows what that stands for. It's indecipherable. But it is a branch of something called OpenMW, which is like an open source recreation of the Morrowind engine.
Yeah, it's like other projects like OpenRCT and OpenTTD, so Open Roller Coaster Tycoon and Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe.
TD. Yeah. So you need to have like a legitimate copy of Morrowind to get like the source files and everything for it to work.
The Steam release works
OpenMW
perfectly.
itself is free. Yeah, that's what I'm using is the Steam version.
I think you can also use like the boxed version as long as you have it fully patched.
Yep, it'll take anything that's a legitimate copy. I think if you have it from Good Old Games or whatever, it works from there too. But yeah, once you have that installed, you just get TS3MP, tell it where is Open Morrowind finished yet? I don't think it's finished, but it's basically there.
Yeah,
the whole thing is functional.
Yeah, it's in release 0.87 or something like that, which is more or less feature complete as I understand it, with a couple. Like, you can play through the game end to end and not really encounter any issues, as I understand it. But yeah, we're gonna make a character. Sleet's making a character too, so I'm just gonna.
It's great. We tested this a couple weeks ago to see if it actually worked at all, and it just does. You just load multiplayer thing. And you connect to the server, and there you are, and it just works.
Let's see. Ooh, for some actors and objects to have their correct initial states, an admin needs to run the run startup command. That's probably fine. We tried that. We went without that last time, so. Aside from the whole multiplayer thing, stuff's fairly lightly modified. I mean, stuff's unmodified, I should say. So this is original Morrowind, warts and all.
Mm-hmm.
And
sadly, we don't get the opening sequence in the multiplayer version. It just kind of spits us out into Satanine.
Yeah, tragically, we don't get. Ah, yes, we've been expecting you.
Which is a line I'm sure I've spouted a few times on stream by now.
How's the whole thing go?
We can. Yeah, I was gonna say, can we like play reenact it like we're on stage? Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name? Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I've heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
I love all these real cats that someone has texture mapped onto.
Oh, I know. It's like we've got Tabby Cat, we've got Tiger, we've got like Cheetah Thing, and we've got just a mess of orange. Take it, I've played this once or twice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the mess of orange with the sunken eyes is really a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, when we tested this out, we both made Khajiits, and we were so close to making the exact same one. It's really not that hard because there's only like 4 faces to choose from, but I'm excited to see if that happens again.
Okay, oh. God, if I do answer his questions, is that going to actually play the voice lines, I wonder?
Ooh, I don't know.
On a clear day,
ah, yes.
upon a strange
oh, good.
Its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Draw your dagger, mercifully ending its life in a single thrust.
Summer afternoon, your father
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where. Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in.
Mm-hmm. Looking to forge.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds it very amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
Deck the cousin.
There is a lot of heated discussion at the local
Are you some
tavern
kind of a cousin puncher?
called telepaths. They've been hired by
Telepaths?
city-state kings. Rumor has it
I forgot.
these telepaths
Are those a
read
thing
person's
in
mind
Elder
and tell
Scrolls?
their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe
I don't know that you ever really deal with them so much. I guess like the Sigic Order shows up in Skyrim a couple times, and it's sort
your
of
mother sends
a
you to
kind
the
of like
market
whole
with a
body
list of
telepathy.
goods to buy.
Mhm.
After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper
The voice audio is a bit quiet.
much money back
Ooh,
in exchange for one of the items.
You might not be able to do that while you're in the that dialogue.
Yeah, I can't do that from here, unfortunately. But yeah, the game has some interesting choices voice mixing wise.
Uh-huh.
While in a marketplace, you witness a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
It's mine.
Your father sends you on a task which
Oh,
you loathe,
jeez.
cleaning the stables. On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your
I forgot how
father
many
on the
questions this
near
questionnaire
road.
has.
He offers to
That's
do
quite a
it
few.
for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
pick up the bag and give it to the thief. I ain't no
Your
narc.
mother asks you to help fix the
You
stove.
rightfully stole this
While you're
bag. It's
working,
yours
a
now.
very hot pipe slips its moorings and falls towards her. What do? While in town, the baker gives you
A sweet roll.
Delighted,
Oh,
you take
delicious.
to the alley to enjoy, only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll.
I hope the sweet roll is yummy in your tummy.
What do? Entering town, you find that you are witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do?
Hell yeah, mob. Your personality and past reflect a knight.
Dang.
Okay, sure. Okay. The warrior. Okay, let me see
Warrior's
if I can...
always good. Steed is always good. The lady's always good.
There we go. Yeah, not very knightly behavior to join in on a mob. Alright.
Your papers, please.
First, let me take your identification papers. I am Celis Gravius, but my background is not important, but I'm going to ask you about it anyway. So, dialogue options in this one are a lot. And the game is very minimally voiced as well, like only some introduction lines are with characters are voiced, and sometimes I think some characters have fully voiced dialogue trees, maybe?
Some of the really important
super
characters.
important ones, yeah. But it's
really the characters who don't, you can't just like talk about rumors and shit with. Which, you know, it's... Oh, my journal's been updated.
Oh, yeah, I talked about rumors, and this guy's like, oh, my son was shipped to Port Proximith at Solstheim. We're not going to be going to Solstheim today. Can I get rid of that chat window? That would be nice. Okay. Alright, there's usually a couple of good things to pick up around here. Let's get a good look at ourselves. Oh, beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I think I'm gonna see if I can remember how to bind Night Eye to a button combo.
Oh yeah, I think F1 brings up your quick menu.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, there we go. Magic. Eye of Night. Oh, I've got Eye of Fear as well. Was that always a Khajiit thing, or is that...
I believe so. Yeah, Eye of Night, Eye of Fear.
There we go. Eye of Gamma Correction.
Basically. Yeah, frustratingly, Argonians get water breathing and cats get night eye, but they are on a timer.
Well, there should have been
You can't just turn them on.
a dagger here. I feel like... Hang on. Where's all the shit?
What? What shit?
There should be a bunch
Where
of
are you?
stuff in here. There's nothing. Oh, hello.
Oh,
Oh.
hello. Can I help me walk on warm sands? Can I help you? Hey everybody, it's me.
It's you.
I've been living in this basement for all character creation. And yep, we're pretty much identical. I don't have
Excellent.
the piercings, but I do have the same ears.
Perfect, wonderful.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's weird. Why is it so dark? Oh wow, turning up the gamma correction uh on screen here does absolutely fucking nothing. Hold that thought, chat. Do I have any options for tweaking gamma in Streamlabs?
I have a torch. Does that help?
There we go. I think that probably helps a little bit.
Okay.
The game does unfortunately just look a bit muddy, as is. Oh, wait a sec. Nope, not
No, yeah. No, when you normally start the game, this beauty is your secret path onto becoming extremely wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
They have this cool platter here that's worth a shit ton of money, and before you leave this room, they're like, "Hey, you probably don't know what the concept of ownership is, but that belongs to somebody, and theft is a crime. We'll let it go for now, though." And then you can just pick it back up, and then like, whatever, and you can just hawk it for like $400 or something. It's really, really good. But yeah, I've cleaned out this place
It's
of anything that's worth more than $1.
Well, there should
I
be
also took the funny ring out of this barrel.
the ring as well.
Yep.
Damn it.
You know what? You should probably have the ring because I'm a wizard and I can just do magic. I don't need a stinky ring.
You don't need Fargoth's
Yes.
stinky ring.
Mm-mm. Oh man, we've been in there for a while. It's all nightimey.
Yeah.
What was that?
No,
Yes.
Sleek's a wizard.
I'm a wizard.
I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved healing ring, a family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? You found it? Amazing. Thank you, thank you. You are now my favorite friend.
Speak freely,
I'll be
friend.
sure to tell the others, especially my friend Eril, who runs the trade house here. Go see him. He'll be happy to see you now.
Everyone is kind of gathering.
They're all clustering.
I'm
Oh.
listening.
Player character. God.
Look at you go. Your legs are so skinny.
I don't eat well on a prison boat. So for anybody who may not be very familiar with this game, we were in the Imperial prisons where you start Oblivion, and this is actually only I think like 3 or 4 years before Oblivion takes place.
Yeah.
So the Patrick Stewart was like, "Hey, this prisoner we've got here seems to be fitting like the first couple check marks for this weird prophecy that might be important to fulfill later. So we're gonna just kind of dump them on
Yes, madame,
off of a
what is
boat
it?
on this little shanty town in Morrowind,
Mhm.
and maybe things will work out."
Pretty much.
So, because I
Oh,
gave that ring to
the best
Fargoth, this guy
values in
loves
town.
my ass.
Oh, it doesn't love mine.
Mean.
Every TES game does start you in a prison, though this one, weirdly enough, is one of the few TES games that doesn't involve escaping from some kind of dungeon in the start. Like, even Daggerfall has you,
Blessedly.
like, emerge
Yeah,
from dungeon.
Daggerfall, actually, you aren't a prisoner. You're like a good friend of Uriel Septim, but you do like start having shipwrecked and then being stuck in a cave in, and then you're stuck in a weird dungeon. Let's see. I'm gonna sell all that crap. Hopefully, he doesn't notice that it's all stuff that belongs to the census office.
Or like dagger balls. Oh.
Falthree says, I'd love to play Daggerfall sometime. It's so hard to get into. It really shows its age. It does, but I actually have been playing it a lot recently. There's similar to OpenMW, there's a Daggerfall Unity project that's remaking the game in Unity that offers also some mod support, which really helps. And it actually it's quite enjoyable once you get into it. One of the biggest things, like one of the main method of combat in Daggerfall is that you have to hold right click and then wiggle your mouse in a direction, and that's the direction you swipe your sword, which is cool in theory. But you can turn that off in Daggerfall Unity and just have click to attack, and that makes the game so much more fun. I will definitely show you Feltry. It's actually quite simple. It's really good.
So as well, like just like Morrowind, Daggerfall has hit chance, so you can look like you're hitting someone and do no damage. Hello, Joker Trickster.
Hello.
Are you enjoy sell things?
Yes. I'm just looking for some.
Okay, I'm gonna wander outside.
Yes?
Alright.
I'm also gonna see exactly what my skills as a knight are. Okay, so long blade, heavy armor, that kind of figures. Speechcraft and axe also. Restoration. I'm okay with that. Surprisingly, enchanting also.
Enchanting is so good in this game. You get so many more armor slots in this game than you do in later games. Like, they just keep taking out half of your armor slots in further games.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6 is it's going to have an armor slot, and it's just going to be the whole thing is going to suck. But here you've got clothes, you've got belt, you've got your armor, and then you've got a robe that you can put over top of that. You've got discreet pauldrons and gloves. It's just, there's so many. Okay, I'm just gonna do that for now. Alrighty.
As much as the UI in Oblivion and especially Skyrim got a lot of flack, you can kind of see that it was a huge step up from what it was in Morrowind, because what is this inventory screen?
Oh, see, I love the user interface in this game because it was made for the computer without like consoles in mind. So it's just like right click and you've got everything here. You've got your stat screen, you've got your inventory, you've got your magic, you've got your map, and you can resize and relocate everything.
That's fair. And just for me, it's like, I find it very hard to parse what in the world I'm looking at sometimes.
Yeah, there is the case of having a bunch of tiny little pictures to denote what you're looking at, but
how did they make this work in the Xbox version? Good question.
I originally played this on the Xbox, and I don't remember, but couldn't have been great. There's some kind of weird cat person. Hello, cat person.
Hello, I'm gathering up
mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm gathering up mushrooms so that I can buy some clothes and stuff because I don't have any money.
Oh, wait, come here. I have money I can share with you. I'll give you half of my gold.
Oh. Look how good you are.
Thank you. How do I drop half of my money? No one knows. You know what? There.
Oh, you
that's all of it.
Just kind of laid it.
Yeah. I just neatly stacked it on the ground.
Oh, that's a thought. Isn't there, like, something I have to do to be on teams?
Oh, yeah, there was like a /invite thing.
number 1.
Yay.
Alright, time to go spend all this on skooma.
Yeah.
God.
How do
I
I-
also want chat to appreciate that this is the walking speed, and this is the
Yeah.
running speed.
Boy, oh boy. We were like, we're gonna do this unmodded, and now that we're in here, I'm like, we should have got a mod to increase our speed because wowzers.
Oh well.
How do I accept that? How do I type stuff into that chat?
Why?
Because I'd like to accept your.
Well done. Thank you. Oh, Ariel, you don't accept all my funny mushrooms. Oh wait, no,
What?
you do. I just realized that I had I had one written in the fucking
Oh, and the filter.
filter, yeah.
There is fast travel, yes, and we will make great use of it. It's very immersive, fast travel, and then it's not just clicking on a map. We've got to go somewhere who's got a car. We got to get an Uber.
We gotta get a bug Uber. Bagoober.
A goober. Look at this nerd. Look at this nerd. This big tall nerd. The high elf sons of a bitches.
Big, tall, drinking nerd. The car is a giant bug. Exactly.
Silt Striders are very good. I love them so much. I wish you could see them walking around.
Oh my god.
Here's some fun trivia. This is the first game where the Khajiit are actually cats.
Yeah, they're weird people.
There's like, so there's so many different.
I don't recall.
I don't know if you call it sub-races of Khajiit. Basically, the phases of the moon dictate like what they're gonna look like when they're born, and they can either be like these giant, like building-sized lions, and some of them are just humans. So like the arena ones are just humans who wear striped face paint. The ones in Daggerfall are basically the same, but they have like weird kangaroo tails almost. And now they're cats. And then in the later games, they're plantigrade cats because Todd Howard's a Todd Coward.
Yep.
And they didn't want to animate 2 walking cycles, I guess. So here we are. I miss the digitigrade stuff. It looks so cool. Yeah, the Argonians are the same way. They actually were lizards in Daggerfall, but in Arena they were basically just blue dudes. They were basically dark elves.
They were the Blue Man group.
Argonians are technically a tree. They're also possibly Daedra, but
Oh yeah.
that's sort of blasphemy. If you believe a certain Mankar Cameron from Oblivion, part of his whole deal is that this world is just another plane of Oblivion, which would make its creator Lorcan the Daedric Prince of Tamriel, which would make the Hist trees Daedra, which means gods, essentially. So that's weird. But you know what? It's blasphemy, so we don't have to worry about it too hard.
Beast races cannot wear full helmets. I forgot that.
Oh yeah, you got a muzzle face. We also start with shoes when we can't wear shoes, and I don't know why. It's just like
I feel like it has you get shoes because the Imperium are a bunch of racists, or just like, here's your prison outfit.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't care that you can't wear shoes. Here's shoes.
And we just decided to keep them. We like wear them on our hands to keep them warm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You are a sword haver.
Yeah. And a shield harvest, which
Love.
I think just shield just kind of happens automatically.
It's passive, yeah.
Oh my god! Look at how how well armored I am on one side.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta like turn that side of the enemy, you know.
Okay, let's go and hack some bozos. Or
Nintendo 32 says, I don't see why Tamriel would be inherently different from another plane. I can answer that.
oh boy, where are we going first of all?
Let's check out the fun swamps because there's some stuff to do in the fun swamps.
Okay, but please answer Nintendo 32.
Okay, well, it's gonna be. There's a lot to kind of cut. Is this just a dude just hanging out with a shirt on? Is he a dreamer? Oh god.
We have you on our discerning eye, Jax. We see you waking and sleeping. My starkest madness seeming is divine sense. Come, grasp the chain and prove your saying.
Oh god, talk to him about Dagoth Ur. He gets so mad at you.
It is the hour of awakening. He comes forth in his glory, and his people shall rejoice, and his enemies shall scatter like dust. Oh wow, yeah, you can just knock him down to zero. Zero.
I guess that's fair. One of our favorites is just that a lot of the different things happen at once. It's a normal thing for different people witnessing the same event to see entirely different things happen. That's why I love this series so much. Is the world building is so deep and also so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Oh yes, we need to be on this road. You know it's down this road. You've walked this road before. Yeah. Right. I was going to talk about why Tamriel's weird. I'm going to try to give the shortest version of the creation story. In the beginning, there was like just primordial forces of chaos and order that decided one day what would happen if we just threw an elf at the ground real hard. That'd be fucked up or what?
Fucking Yamcha pose.
He's just lying completely dead on the pavement. This man has made every gamer pee themselves at least once.
Absolutely, yes. Hang on then. I need to just screenshot this little friendo.
I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I'm developing. With it, I'll be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I'll test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I have worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flight. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success.
Oh yeah, this is so important for the speedrun, and I just... Oh, hang on. Hang on, I can't wear full...
yes,
helmets,
you need his hat.
But...
I'm gonna get his cool robe. Oh.
Did you know that Meow?
I'm sorry I took that off of him.
He's got a diaper.
Look at his leather diaper.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, I've gotta mute my... Oh, and Chrissy, thank you for the 11 months. Oh my gosh.
I had a deep suspicion that Meow. Indeed.
Oh, Iron Spark Sword. Ooh, that's actually magical.
Ooh.
Scrolls of his carrion flight. Yeah, this is so important for the speedrun, and I love it. And like,
as long as you've got a body of water to drop in there, fine.
Yeah. Or like feather or something like, well, not feather.
Yeah, slow fall.
Slow fall, because don't confuse feather and slow fall like I did. Feather, you can carry more stuff. Slow fall, you fall slowly.
Oh no. Yeah, order, chaos. They're like, hey, wouldn't it be neat if we had souls or whatever? And they're like, well, let's not commit to that right away. We're going to become quasi-souls called Anu and Padme. And then we're like, let's commit to it. So now we're not Anu and Padme. We're, I think, Aubriel, and Sithis. Sithis is chaos. And then they're like, okay, what if we made some cool dudes to embody ourselves? We're going to do that. And Aubriel made Auriel, and Sithis made Lorcan. And then there's also a bunch of other creatures, like godly creatures called the Et Ada, who would end up becoming all the Aedra and Daedra and all that stuff. And then one day Lorcan's like, hey, what if we made the world? Wouldn't that be cool? And he either tricked or convinced a bunch of people that would be a good idea. They became the Aedra, and they made Mundus. They made this world and everything in it. And the people who didn't want to partake in that ended up being the Daedra. So they made their own realms of oblivion on their own, and this is the one that Lorcan made. So this is maybe not
Shanoof.
a plane of oblivion, or maybe it is. Hard to say. That's the short version.
There's very little separating the two. Also, Vera, thank you for the 12 months. A whole entire year. Meow.
Oh, thank you, Vera.
We are
Beautiful
so fucking
targets.
good. Yeah, do these hurt to be in? Yeah.
I don't believe so. Cozy.
Yummy.
So the terms Aedra and Daedra mean our ancestors and not our ancestors, respectively.
Oh.
Because the Aedra helped Lorcan create the world, and in so doing lost a lot of their power, which is why they're not as present as the Daedra are, because they're kind of in magical comas. And they would be the divines. Fireball.
It's definitely a problem with just holding the sprint key constantly, and that is my stamina.
Never any fatigue.
Oh god, you have enough to enable no cursing. Uh-oh.
Oh my. That's fucking scary.
Love you too, Squeak.
Squeak, hi.
Enjoy your beach day, your squeak beach day, your squeech day.
Squeech day.
God. There are a lot of mods out there for Morrowind that make the game look a lot nicer.
Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily always vibe with balance mods. Like, I didn't vibe too well with the Oblivion Overhaul mod, for one thing, because it had a very particular vision of what Oblivion should be that kind of didn't vibe with mine. Like a lot of mods are like, no, this game should be specifically this difficult in this area, and it should be very tricky and hard. And just like, no, I just want to vibe and be Fantasy Cat.
Exactly. Yeah, I never play with those sorts of things too much, but there's always mods that like it adds 170 quests or whatever to Morrowind, and it's like this game is 20 years old. I still haven't like played through all of the different joinable factions yet. I don't need more quests in this game. This game is so huge. Do you want to die in this cave over and over again?
Sure.
Probably shouldn't. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, it's fine. I killed it.
It's squid.
Squid.
Get good, Scrib. Thank you for the head pats, Chrissy.
Thank you.
And yeah, the Y2K era graphics definitely have some charm to them, and just the...
I don't mind the graphics in this game. I mean, they're not great. I mean, they're very muddy. Oh dear.
Whoa!
Well, that went pretty
you
good.
You got up for a moment, and he stabbed you again.
Great. Well, I clicked attack, and I must have tabbed out of the screen because it just minimized every window I have.
Oh no.
That was fun. Yeah, I've always used the house mod too. There's a really pretty one in Vivek that I used a lot. I think there was one that turns Anasi's house into one that counts as a house for you too, which is cute. You can't get married in this game, but there is a Khajiit who sort of falls in love with you if you do her quest line. I like her a lot. So where did we end up? So death in this game nukes some of your stats and puts you in
The nearest Imperial Shrine or the nearest temple.
At least we were together.
Yeah, like we've had things where it's put us in completely other temples and shrines. Is this the same dreamer or a different one?
Another asshole.
I haven't much time.
Okay, what is this sign? I think. Ooh, let's go to Balmora. I want to go to Balmora.
Yeah. One of the earliest mods I remember for this was one that just made signs legible. So, like, the textures on them you could actually read.
Yeah, stuff like
nice
that is good. There's some texture upscaling stuff that's good. There's a lot of, like, post-processing mods that make the game look really pretty. A lot of, like, lighting engine and ambient occlusion and stuff. And I always like that kind of thing.
I wonder, is my draw distance already maxed? I wonder.
That's one thing I never like to mess with. A lot of the mods are like, now the draw distance is huge, you can see the whole world. The whole world was not made to be seen from one point.
Yeah.
Like, you know how we're like 3 minutes away from Vivek at the start of the game. Like,
yeah.
you could, on a clear day, could easily see the whole city right from the start of the game, and obscuring that makes this game seem so much bigger than it really is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, if you do the quest... Oh, Silt Strider, by the way. This is the game's fast travel, if you don't know.
We're right on top of that shell. They've got, like, exposed nerve clusters or whatever that they manipulate to get the Strider to move where they want to go.
It's
pretty wild.
It's gonna...
We make a special trip, Outlander, just for you. Same low price.
You do that voice so well.
It really hurts, but it's fun.
Creature.
We make a special trip just for you.
Those noises they make, that is what they are, and it's not like Nick sounds or something. Yeah, those are so good.
Yes, we've been expecting you.
Ah, Spoonie! Welcome! Thank you for the raid!
Everybody.
Hello!
What's up, everyone?
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. Welcome, Raiders! Thank you for the raid of the party of 6. Hell yeah!
Yeah, welcome to Vardenfell, everybody.
We are a girl stream team. We're a couple of trans girls. We do variety streams, and we are currently doing Morrowind, but multiplayer, because
multiplayer.
This is a thing we can do, and it's
Morrowind.
Morrowind.
What happened when a game is 20 years old?
Yeah. Yeah, if any of the raiders, you know, if you like the cut of our giblets, please hit that follow button. We'd love to have you. We are, like, so close to 300 followers right now.
We very are. Well, let's see. What were y'all up to over there?
Oh yeah, good question.
Sorry, I have caps lock on.
So, Spoonie plays. You're playing Inscription.
Wealth beyond measure, old star.
God. But yeah, if you... Happy birthday, Morrowind.
Happy birthday, Morrowind.
You may speak.
Oh, you beat story mode. Hell yeah. What did you think?
Alright.
What did you think? Spoiler free. Because, holy shit, that game.
Well, it turns out you were the inscription all along. That actually sounds like that might be true. I've never played it. If that's a thing, I'm sorry. Literally just talking about Morrowind. Amazing.
South Wall Corner Club.
Ah.
Is that the one that's full of good people or the one that's full of dicks? I can never remember.
Oh dear. I think this one's full of good people. The one by the Silt Strider is full of dicks.
Oh yeah. The inscription was the friends we made along the way. Yeah.
Speak up. From where do you hail?
Sugar Lips. Hey, Sugar Lips.
Excuse
I
me?
remember you.
Ah,
You wish to speak?
are you looking for me? You want to join the Thieves Guild? Dang.
Yeah, talk about open recruitment. Oh, yeah, this is the good one. I love this place.
Oh,
The vibes in here are impeccable.
oh
Blue
yeah.
lights,
It
hanging
suffers
vines.
wounds.
Hex is so good.
Questions?
Only he stands there. House Loud Town and loyal citizens of the Empire.
And he stands there. Ba, 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 ba. She offers training. Oh, I
What
have
can
$1.
G
Oh, yeah, that's
do
right. I
for
give you all my
you?
money.
I think that tavern girl was looking at me. How can I tell?
South Wall. Yes, this is the South Wall.
You're in the north-facing wall of the south wall.
Yes.
Ideally, I was wanting to learn more about the South Wall Corner Club, but here we are.
My prices are the best in town.
What do you sell, my boy?
Oh, I am a savant, a man of wide learning and cosmopolitan tastes, a well-traveled man, educated, refined in manner, able to converse on various topics
Oh.
with authority.
Okay, don't toot your own horn too hard. You're going to pull it off.
Oh, where did you leave your fedora?
It suffers wounds.
She makes a good point. I want to go join the Mages Guild so that I can get access to spell making. Because I want to
Yeah.
make some on-touch healing spells so I can help you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I was going to bring this up before, but I agree completely with you, Bianco.
From where
Like,
do you hail?
I don't have anything against a fully voice-acted game, but it does kind of limit what you're able to do narratively with characters, just because every time you add a line of dialogue, somebody's got to say it. But you can have these random people have novels about their own life. This is fine. You just write them. And to me,
real
it
good.
adds so much more to the game
Mhm.
than hearing their voices would.
Yeah. Like, you just kind of chill and you read, like, a lot of text, which...
There is a lot of reading.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh.
But if it was somebody talking, you'd be sitting there anyway.
Yeah, you would be sitting there for hours while they... just...
Check out my cool alleyway.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Angle beans.
But as well, it helps for modding. It means that you wind up with a game that feels more amenable to unvoiced mods because, you know, a lot of the main game isn't voiced, so it doesn't matter too much if you put in a mod that is unvoiced also.
All right, I'm listening.
I think also some characters in this have actual actions in their dialogue.
Talk is free. What do you want?
Which I guess is nice if you don't want to have to animate that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think they do.
Oh. An expensive iron spider dagger and steel spider blade or an imperial netch blade. Well, we don't have any money, so... I heard the Fighters Guild is recruiting if you've got the stones for it. Oh, Laris Varro over at Fort Moonmouth is looking for you. Said he wanted to talk to you. Don't know what about. Neat. So, why is the Imperial faction in this called the Imperial Cult, precisely?
I think because Aedra worship, which is to say the 8/9 divines, isn't
Speak
really
freely.
Speak
big
freely, friend.
on the island of Ardenfell. Pretty much everybody here is worshiping the Tribunal. So I think that's kind of what they mean, is that they're worshiping the Imperial cult, which is to say the 9 divines, rather than the actual gods who are the Almcivi.
I'm listening.
Drill master for the Balmora Fighters Guild. Edith Fire Eyes, Guild Steward. Okay, there we go.
Okay, Oh shit, I don't have any money! How much
Oh.
money do we have?
I have like 33 money on me.
Oh dear.
Why, do you need to pay money to enter the guild?
No, I need to pay to make a spell, though.
Oh, beans.
Well, I guess I should get a job, huh?
Oh, ouch.
Alright, let's see. Duties.
There
I
you
don't
go.
have
Your
any
story.
duties for associates.
Join the Fighters Guild.
Speak with Ajira.
Sign me up. Jack's the associate in the Fighters Guild. Work hard, follow orders, and you'll do just fine. Seek me out if you feel you're ready for advancement. Your talents are noteworthy, but some question your depth of your devotion. 4 more duties. Okay. Very simple contract to end an infestation of cave rats. You might be able to handle it. Oh boy!
Oh, yeah.
Jareen Stalis' house is here in Balmora along the river on the east side. Ask her where the rats are coming from. Kill the rats and get your payment. Report to me when you've taken care of it.
Can you
Neat.
ask your question quickly? I must be going.
Oh, and the equipment chest. It has another cool hat.
Yay. Oh, refers to state-sponsored religion. That's also probably very fair, a very accurate way to describe it, because it absolutely is the state-sponsored religion. The Morrowind and Vardenfell are under the wing of the Empire, but at this point, the Empire is still kind of making inroads into Vardenfell proper. Not exactly seen with the best light, and that's definitely not going to get much better.
Yeah. Feltry, you make an excellent point. I have now taken
What
the
is this
cool hat,
about?
and I'm going to talk with this person and sell the cool hat.
Oh, kind of a hat salesman?
What do you mean you don't buy extravagant shoes? Please buy extravagant shoes.
There's a couple. There's a pawnbroker nearby. I'll probably buy that.
Okay. Some armors, hammers. There we go. How much money did you need for the thing that you wanted to make?
It was going to be about 50, depending.
Oh boy, well, come right here. I've got that money.
Okay.
Oh lord, here she comes.
Yeah, she's coming. Very slowly. Thank you. Can I ask you a personal question, Jax? And I know we're live on stream, but I want to ask it anyway.
Go ahead.
What's your max HP?
Oh my, 40.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do I know
Oh yeah, we've kind of got this shared mind thing going on in that I think I'm technically in the Mages Guild as well now.
Ah, hell yeah.
Because I do have your quest for Ajira also. Okay, east side of town near the river. I also do appreciate that... Oh, God. There's something to be said for older video game designs and just
wealth beyond measure?
wealth beyond measure? Really?
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
You don't have anything to back that up.
What is this about?
But like, you may notice that there's no quest marker, no active quest, no nothing like that. It's just you're told roughly where the thing is, and you've got to work
What is this about?
your way towards it.
Mm-hmm. It's very good. We were conjoined twins separated later in life, so we're legally the same person. I like that. I like that.
Are you the one they sent to take care of the cave rats?
Oh,
These
I love
rats
this
are
quest.
such a nuisance. I'm worried they'll eat all of my pillows. You like pillows, don't you? Anyway, I've got one trapped in my bedroom here, and the other 2 are in my storage area upstairs. Rats, that is, not pillows. Here's the key for that door. There are at least 3 of these beasts. I hope they haven't gotten into my good pillows.
They just made this the most basic ass RPG quest, but they made the quest giver just obsessed with pillows for no reason. That attic is gonna be stuffed full of pillows.
Oh my god. Oh jeez. Oh my. Isn't there like an extra comfy pillow shipment somewhere?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Like you, if you go to a particular shipwreck somewhere, there's like a shipment of extra comfy pillows, and if you have one in your inventory, the sleep message changes from you whatever it normally is to you sleep extra well on your extra comfy pillow.
That's so good.
I think it's implied that they're for this person. Ooh, there's a single gold there. Yummy.
Pillow obsessed fool.
Now, how much stuff can I steal from her without her noticing?
Remember, there's a very bad stealth mechanic in this game.
I know, but I'm in a completely separate room. Oh my
well,
god.
then the answer's everything.
25 pillows.
Hell
in
yeah.
each of those.
And I sleep with everyone every night.
God damn.
I make myself a nighttime Iron Man suit out of pillows. And I just sleep where I stand.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
Outlander, what do you want?
Meanwhile, I gotta wander the fucking Odai River until I find mushrooms.
Oh no. I'll take your word, the cave rats are dead. Here, take these 100 septims. It's what I agreed to pay the Fighters Guild.
Yeah, they ate all your pillows, though, by the way. I'm sorry.
Pay no attention to me carrying 100 fucking pillows.
Thank you, G. Your boobs got huge all of a sudden. What happened?
I don't know what to tell you. The estrogen kicked in. It's like a drug.
It's like my adrenaline, but it's my address. Shut up! Crashes through the door, leaving a Khajiit-shaped hole.
I didn't take the pillows. My god, that's so many pillows.
Are you wounded?
They're
We
also
should find a
worth like
healer.
1 each, so I'm just like...
That's fair.
Talk is free. What do you want?
There's something that I wanted to try to do on stream, just to
I take
see
it you
how
want something.
much I really am interested in the lore of this
What
game.
is-
I wanted to see if I could name all of the Daedra
Oh my god.
off the top of my noggin,
Like all
and
the Daedric...
describe what they are. All
all
the
the-
Daedric princes.
Okay.
There are 16, technically 17, but I think 2 of them are the same person, so I don't think that really counts, but maybe it does.
The local egg mine has problems with egg poachers, and you're going to solve those problems. Yeah, like, this theme is, jeez, it's always slightly different. Like, if you listen to this back-to-back with the Oblivion theme and the Skyrim theme, it's noticeably different. The Skyrim theme goes pretty hard as well, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And there's a few people do medleys of the Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim themes together, and they're just really fucking good.
It is really, really cool. I do really like this sort of more quiet, almost like methodical adventuring of this Morrowind's version.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all very good.
Yes, egg poachers. May sound silly, but those Quam eggs are among one of the few things worth exporting from this nasty little province. Drambero, the owner of Shulk Egg Mine, wants to make an example of those thieves to keep other miners from getting funny ideas. The egg poachers, Sevlo Ortho...
All running around in bathing suits and talking about how much they're feeling it.
I'm really feeling it. Daniel Valis are former egg miners and long-term local troublemakers. You can handle that, can't you? Report back when the poachers are dead.
Dang.
Mine is a short distance southwest of Balmor and the bluffs west of the Odai River. The old suspension bridge across the Odai is just southeast of the mine entrance. Follow the river south of Balmor until you see the bridge overhead. You're not afraid of a little swim, are you? Yeah, the Imperials fucking hate Vardenfell.
Do you need something?
Yeah, but no more than the Dunmer hate the Empire. So in a way it works out.
Yeah, so like... I never really actually thought too hard about geopolitics of this. This is occupied by the Empire, huh?
More or less, yeah. Way back in the day, Tiber Septim had a big, cool robot, and he's like, I'm gonna take over the world with this thing. So he did. And tensions aren't super terrible necessarily, but yeah, nobody likes to have an empire at their doorstep. What do they want with Morrowind? Territory, people.
Yeah. Control.
Honestly, I believe I might be mistaken on this, so don't quote it as gospel truth, but I believe part of the reason that we were sent here to fulfill the prophecy is kind of to improve relations, and I believe it does. I think the Empire gets some good favor for doing this. I forget what exactly they hand over to the Empire as like thanks, but it's something good. It's not as good as a big robot. I think though they did give Tiber Septim the big robot for helping out with something in the past. I don't remember.
Yeah, but
so there've been some ups and downs.
It's an inactive big robot, right?
The Numidium is long since destroyed.
Actually,
I think you actually destroy it in Arena. I think that's kind of the
jeez,
the main quest.
Actually, Bianco, yeah, you're probably dead on the money there.
Yeah, that's also very true. Yeah,
because slave labor's allowed in Morrowind and Vardenfell.
Most labor is also Khajiit and Argonians.
Yep.
Which is gonna come back to bite them in the ass real hard.
Oh, good. How so?
Well, so Oblivion has some ramifications to kind of lore in general. Like, Morrowind actually cedes from the Empire not long after this.
It also kind of explodes on account of the Ministry of Truth crashing into...
Yeah, and that's part of it. Like, basically the Empire's like, hey, we're here, we're the Empire, you're under our wing now, and we're going to protect you. And as soon as the Oblivion crisis starts happening, they're like, whoop, we're going to pull all of our dudes out of Vardenfell and leave you guys to deal with it on your own. And everybody was just like, hey, the fuck are you guys doing here anyway, if that's all you're going to do? So they cede from the Empire. And then, yeah, the mountain explodes, and then the Argonians are like, you know what? This is a great moment. We've actually single-handedly defeated our own Oblivion crisis because Argonians are rad as hell. Now we're just going to get vengeance for all the slavery and just take over Morrowind. So they did.
I'm listening.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is definitely the last few years of Vardenfell being a good place to live. Actually, you know what? Fel3's right. I think Numidium shows up in Daggerfall as well because a lot of people are actually fighting over it. Hang on, I'm fighting. I'm scared and I'm fighting.
I was fighting a little wormy.
There
Not
we go.
not wormy the gummy.
Normal.
Wormy.
You do have to get the. Yeah, that's right. Arena wasn't Numidium. Arena was Uriel Septim's personal wizard threw him into a closet in hell and nookied him and took over the place using the gem that powers the Numidium, which is also what he put his ghost in.
Cool. Oh, and isn't there like Battle Spire as well, which is like fucking
Yeah, the spaceship. Empire's got a big robot and a big spaceship. It's fine. It's a fantasy game. It's normal.
I really hope that the next Elder Scrolls actually acknowledges how weird the lore is.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's not gonna. Because it's
because
just
of
like,
Todd Coward.
Yeah. Like, this all, I think, stemmed from, like, lore for a D&D campaign that a bunch of the devs were in long ago, in the far away.
I believe you're right, and I would not be in any way surprised if that was the case.
I actually wouldn't mind checking out Redguard, because it's free on Steam as well.
Ooh.
I don't know if Battle Spire is, but...
That'd be interesting. I think, yeah, I was talking to you about this a little while ago, but it does really seem like they try to hide a lot of the weirdness of the lore in later games, to the point where, like,
Oblivion just felt like generic fantasy, and Skyrim felt like
yeah.
generic fantasy, but now it's
Oh shit! No! 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 I want to live! 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 Don't kill me!
Oh god!
Stop failing at casting a spell! Oh my god! I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's cool. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm hunting these poachers.
Okay.
I found one.
I found a Kaguri. And
You found a what?
A Kaguri. They're like those big broadhead weird things.
Oh yeah.
But like Oblivion never really goes into the fact that the big scary fire world that you're going into isn't called Oblivion anymore. That our Earth would be called Virgo Supercluster.
Mm-hmm.
They never really. I don't remember them really talking about Mehrunes Dagon being anything other than I'm a big demon guy and I want to take over the world because I'm a big demon guy. When he's just another Daedra. I don't know if they ever talk about the Eight Divines being anything other than like traditional gods in that sense, when they really aren't so much. I mean, they are, but there's more to it than just we're gods. Or we're devil people. I don't know. It's strange.
Yeah. Like, the most... I think that the lore's there if you want to read a million books in a video game.
Yeah, but they wicked hide it very well. If you want to read any of the books in this game other than the list the Argonian made.
Yeah.
Now, I've done something very stupid, and this is going to be exciting. I went to go pick mushrooms for this lady, and I decided I was done without checking to see if I'd picked the mushrooms that she actually wanted.
Oh no.
So let's see. I did, hooray. Thank God.
I am.
Ah, she gave me restore health potions.
How am I over encumbered? How did such a thing happen to me?
Where's Charlotte coming out? I might be able to find you.
:blue_heart. Whoa, hackers boof. Bar.
Carmel,
Bar.
thank you.
Bar.
That's been a whole year
Bar.
for you too. Oh
Bar.
my God.
Oh
Bar.
my goodness.
Bar.
Y'all are so sweet to
Bar.
us.
Rar.
Yeah.
Rar. Mer. Bark.
Thank you for the sub email. Oh my goodness.
Bella.
I'm gonna just give chat a quick little look at the Kwama Queen, hopefully without aggroing all of her guards.
The Kwama are so weird in this game. I love them.
I love that the queen is just like, let's stick one of the little wormy guys on the front of one of the workers. Oh, we got a sippy.
Oh, you know what? That's a good idea, because I'm getting dehydrated talking like an asshole.
Me stand a chunky queen. Yeah, I think Sleet touched on this earlier, but the innate abilities of the Argonians and the Khajiit, Argonians with water breathing and Khajiit with night eye, don't last. Like, I can freely cast this night eye spell, which lets me see in the dark, but
it's 0 magic, 100% chance of success, but it's not a toggle.
It lasts for like 40 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
And equally, the Argonian water breathing barely lasts, which kind of sucks. And like, that's another of those very early mods, was people going, this is silly, and adding in just toggles for those.
Which direction did you go in from Belmore to get to where you are? I want to come find you.
Oh, I went, I followed the river south. I'm actually heading back now.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that the Night Eye... I feel like that thing has persisted up to Skyrim as well. Like, you still have to...
You know what? I think you might be right. Like, the water breathing is a permanent thing for Argonians, but yeah, I think Night Eye is still is not a toggle. It's just a spell.
I also just want chat to appreciate that I'm walking around with my hands up at the bottom of the screen, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! Get you, go.
What is this about?
Oh, I think I heard you. Oh no, that was just a scrib thumps. Ah, but I do see you on my mini-map. I need to test my new magic on you, Jax. I'm sorry.
Oh, please do. Uh-oh. Well, maybe.
Hello!
Aha! It worked, eventually.
I have a spell called Smooch Girlfriend. That restores 15 points of your health.
Oh, fucking great. You use the same button to activate your Night Eye as you do Dragon Shouts? That seems dangerous.
You have to make your eyes shout.
Oh, pop your eyes out and shout. Pop your eyes out and shout.
Oh.
Puss, raw eyes. Welcome back, Alice.
Welcome, Alice.
Now, my funny sword was saying that it didn't have enough charge to cast. Oh, but it recharges itself. Oh.
Does it?
I think so, because, like, it was saying it didn't have enough charge to cast its effect, and then it started zapping the guy again. So I guess enchanted weapons self-recharge in this video game?
I didn't remember that. I thought you had to use soul gems to
Yeah, I thought you had to feed it soul gems as well.
Neat. It has been a while since I played this, to be fair.
Is that a giant flea? That's a Silt Strider.
It's a Silt Strider.
It's fast travel.
It's a bus. It's a big bus that you get to ride around in.
Big bug bus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I want to see someone reanimate the cat bus scene from My Neighbor Totoro, but with the Silt Strider.
The Silt Strider. That would be amazing.
Ravir Trader.
His bug
No
buzz.
wish to speak.
This is the guy who sells the
Daedric weapons.
fake Daedric weapons. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons. What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? No, you are right. But Ravir is no liar. When you wish it, Ravir's fiend, demon, and devil weapons will be as sharp as fine Daedric and light as Netshire sack. Magic lasts but a short time, but long enough to punch through the toughest armor. Ravir buys them direct from the Telvanni. You'll not find cheaper in all Balmora. Ah. Oh god, yeah, this game has spears. I forgot about that.
Yeah, spears are so good.
That's,
I always do spears in this.
That's crossbows as well, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. I think one of the official mods adds a bunch of like enchanted crossbow bolts. There's like a salesman in Vivek who offers them to you. I would love a mortar and pestle, but the only one I found for sale is like 120 gold.
Oh, well, I'm selling off a bunch of stuff, so maybe.
I have a little bit in my inventory, but figure I can make some return on investment with the potions I can make. I do have alchemy as one of my minor skills.
Don't sell your armor's hammers. There'll be more in the Fighters Guild thing later. Guess I do actually have armor skill, huh? Yeah. Hey, Rooster Tamer, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you can make it too. I think Sleet is currently bopping about in the Mages
Go
Guild.
ahead, I'm listening.
I'm at the outfitter's shop. Oh, I just put a robe on that I sold. Okay.
You got both of them? Good. Here's your payment. 100 septums, and we got some extra potions from a recent raid. Take these. I'll come in handy. Just tell me when you're ready for more orders. Some quality restore fatigue. I like it. Jax the Journeyman. Hey, orders.
Golly.
Contract from the Caldera Mining Company to kill 4 Telvanni agents responsible for trouble at the Caldera Mine. 4 Telvanni agents are responsible for thefts and disappearances at the Caldera Ebony Mines. Their names are Alinu Aralin, Satasa Neruthran, Orthinia Heruthran, and Avleg. They're hiding in a cave in the hills north of the Caldera Mine. When the 4 agents are dead, report back to me. Take care. It's very likely that one of them is on lookout posted outside the mines. Quickest way to Caldera is probably to have the guild guy at the Mages Guild transport you, but it's your choice. Oh yeah, you can just wicked teleport with this, can't you?
Yeah, there's teleport services in the Mages Guild, and you've got like scrolls of Almsivi and Divine Intervention that teleport you to nearest temples. Oh god. Okay, I have to do a funny little reverse theft quest here. I forgot about this.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can make some really busted characters in this. I know there's like the temple here in Balmora, I think. You can basically just
What brings you here?
Do you need something?
go into and train your alchemy up to 100% like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like instantly refill their inventory for some reason. Potion of improved alchemy.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that like if you want to make the best way to make a really strong character, weirdly, is to make all the skills you want to use miscellaneous. Because then you only like level up when you want to level. So you just train up your skills until you get like the biggest possible bonuses on leveling up, and it's wild.
Ah, ABC's for barbarians. A is for
Oh, boy.
Natchmak. B is for Bungler's Bane. C is for Comberry. And that's the end of the... Well,
There's only... Well, it was the ABCs. They haven't released the DEFs for barbarians yet.
Hey, Kitchenator. Welcome.
Welcome.
Just looking for any books that are...
Oh yeah, look out for good skill books.
Yeah. I think that the bookseller here at least does not have their expensive skill books out on the shelves, so you can't just go in and go, hey, I'm just gonna rub my eyes all over these. Is there a copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid in this? I believe
The
so.
author of the Lusty Argonian Maid is in this.
Oh god, yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yep.
He's hanging out in
He's in one of the top cantons in Vivek. It's Crassus Curio. Yep, it's great. And if you play as a female Argonian, you can reenact the events.
Wait, really?
Well, not really, but there is like, isn't there like a quest where he wants you to give him a massage or something? So basically, just by happenstance, if you're a female Argonian, you end up recreating it.
Oh my god.
This is a good video game.
Love this video game. Let me see if I can butter this person up a little bit. Admire. Ah! You're not so bad yourself. Hell yeah. He gives you a sponsorship for one kiss.
That's it. That's what it is. I love it. One of the things I really love about the main quest in this game, by the way, and this is relevant to what we're talking about here, is like in Oblivion and Skyrim both, it's very much always pushing you forward with the main quest of like, we gotta do this, now we gotta do this, now we gotta do this. In this game, a lot of it is like, you have to fulfill this prophecy, right? And part of that is like becoming Hortator of the Great Houses and, you know, stuff like that, which means you gotta go do these other quest lines. Like, you just gotta go out into the world and do shit, because that's the important part of the game. So it is just like, go out and have adventures. That's what's important right now. And I like that quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. It's very good.
I think in Daggerfall, at least, a lot of the main quest lines are level locked. And I don't remember if that's true in this one or not, but... Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake.
Oh no, have you angered the gods?
I've made a mistake. I've angered the dog.
You've angered the dogs. Do you require my aid?
Probably.
I'll be right there.
Nope, I'm good. Only just. I forgot I got some Restore Magic and Potions from the Mages Guild.
Hey, Wormy, this is
Hello.
a wood elf, maybe?
That is a wood elf, yep. They're very... That.
They're very scrunkly.
Mm-hmm. They look good. I will say the Skyrim's interpretation of elves is really good. I love the way they look in that game.
Mm-hmm.
They're very pointy in all the right ways. After fucking Oblivion, where everybody's got Moonface.
Yeah.
Everybody has Cushing syndrome in Oblivion.
What's wrong with my character, Wormy? Why does everyone in this game walk like they have to shit really bad?
Because there's no bathrooms in all of Balmora. What are you supposed to do?
Oh, nice. Ah, hell yeah! All your Elder Scrolls in the one place.
Nice.
All your Elder Scrolls are in one library, in the Imperial Library in the Imperial City.
Yep.
Does the
Imperial
Imperial-
Library of the Imperial City of the Imperial
Imperial
Province.
Does the Imperial City have a name besides the Imperial City?
I don't know. The towers, Imperial Tower, is called the White Gold Tower, but I don't know if the city's got its own name.
Hey, where are you? By the
I'm
way.
just outside of town.
Which
I'm,
direction? I'd like to join you.
I was, I think, south out of town. I mean, nope, wrong. Northeast. A pick of flowers.
Oh.
Read in Daggerfall for free. Yay! I've been playing Daggerfall a lot recently. It's actually a legit good game once you let yourself get into it.
Hey, buddy!
If you use the YouTube version.
Hey, bud! You good?
Huh? What?
Some good armor if you can float while wearing it.
Yeah. Help beyond measure, Outlander. Wait. Did he just walk off the fucking edge of the...
Wait, hang on. Is that someone else too?
What's happening?
Maybe they know something I don't.
We saw a bunch of fish committing crimes.
Oh, that guy's down in there. Oh no.
Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm fine, thank you.
Cool, you gotta join the party.
Fine, thank you. What can I do for you? Latest rumors? Cloud and Tel Valley have been fighting for hundreds of years. Cool.
Latest rumors?
Everybody's it's jump into the river day in Balmora. Didn't you know?
I'm an officer of the Imperial Law. Move
Fucking
along.
Outlander.
Don't steal, don't brawl, don't start fights, don't kill except in self-defense. I feel like this has to be an open Morrowind bug, yeah. Oh, hello.
Hello. Sounded fun. I wanted to join.
Yeah. Huh? Ah, spell of smooch girlfriend. Yeah, I definitely don't remember people falling into the river in Morrowind.
It's a very Oblivion thing.
Like, it fits. It fits with the standard Elder Scrolls jank.
Sure. Yeah, that's the thing. OpenMW solves a lot of the bugs inherent with the Elder Scrolls or with the Morrowind engine, so it's got the opportunity to introduce its own bugs.
Hey, should we talk to Skooma Daddy?
Yeah, let's talk to Scuba Dad.
Where is he again?
He should be, I think, to our left. And up the hill.
Wealth beyond measure.
What happens if I try to talk to Sleet? Sadly, nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately. Forget if we can hurt each other.
Oh yeah, we wicked can.
Wicked can. That we joined a party, which I think mostly just means that any of our summoned creatures are less likely to just go beast mode on each other.
Yeah. How do I remember the way to Caius Casades?
Yes.
I know, right?
Place.
Idiot bastard out. The best spy in the Empire. This asshole with no shirt on is completely addicted to skooma.
Mm-hmm. He's too deep into cover. What? Yes, I'm Caius Casades. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Casades? What are you talking about? I'm told to report to Caius Casades. So your name is Jax, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. But let me see if you have this right. You don't even have the package? So come back to me when you have the package. Simple, right? I'm not speaking too quickly for you, I hope. Goodbye.
Did you get rid of the package?
I didn't get the package.
Oh, you didn't get the package.
Do you have
Okay,
the
I
package?
have it. Yeah.
Yes, very interesting. So, it says here the Emperor wants me to make you a novice of the blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Sleet and Jax? Good. Welcome to the service, novice Sleet. Now you belong to the blades. We're the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need to rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our blades trainers now. Or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away, but don't forget to visit the blades trainers.
First thing, Pilgrim, you're new, and you look at here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon, or armor, or a spell. And a second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventure is a common profession. Sign on with the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion. Advance the ranks, gain skill and experience. Or go out on your own, look for freelance work or trouble. And when you're ready, come back and I'll have orders for you.
Sweet.
Orders. Get the information about Neverine Secret Cult and Six House Secret Cult from Asfet Antipolis, like I told you. Doesn't he get fired for the skooma? Oh. I don't know, maybe?
Oh, possibly. I mean, he gets recalled, I know, partway through the game, but I don't know. If it's an act, he's got, like, the pipe and some moon sugar right here. I actually would like to rest
yes,
for a bit.
We've been expecting you.
Rest until healed.
Oh, Lucky Loon 87, thank you for the raid. Party of 15.
My God.
Hell yeah.
Party of 15. Hi, everybody. The struggle bus has arrived.
Oh, beans.
Dang.
Welcome, Struggle Bus. Thank you for all the first time chats. Holy God.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Would you
Let's see what y'all were up to.
Yeah. Marbles on stream. Oh hell yeah.
Marbles. Oh.
Pterodactyl, thank you for the follow. Hell yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's okay, Feltry. It's a raid. This happens. Raid phrases are rad.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Welcome to Vardenfell, everybody.
Oh, natural 20. Oh, bless. Well, welcome.
Thank you, natural 20.
We are Girl Stream Team. We're a couple of trans girls. We're streamers, as you might expect, considering we're streaming on Twitch.
That's what we're doing.
We're variety streamers, is what I meant to say. So we do all sorts of stuff. Today we are celebrating the fact that Morrowind is 20 years old by playing Open Morrowind, which, in this case, it's TES3MP, which is a multiplayer mod for it.
Yeah.
You'll have to believe it, I'm afraid, Lucky Loon.
Uh-huh.
It's just people having fun, Feltry. It's, you know, just chill.
I like your new shoulder.
Thank you, it's very good. Oh, Liverflap, thank you for the follow.
Liverflap, golly.
Your raid phrase was supposed to be I'm thinking Arby's, because Arby's tweeted about Morrowind's anniversary.
What? Why?
Did they at
like
least...
roast beef? Happy birthday, Vivek. Have some roast beef.
Did they at least do, like, papercraft for Morrowind birthday?
I want a cool little papercraft Dagothers mask.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ketchup, Moon, and Star!
Ketchup, Moon, and Star! Oh my god.
Hang on. Stop the stream. I gotta see this. Okay. Arby's Twitter. Gather the Taste Tribunal for the 20th anniversary of Morrowind.
To this place where flavor is made, why have you come unprepared?
Okay, let me just throw this up on stream.
Please do. I'm desperate to see this. So yeah, anybody who's just joining, it turns out when a game exists and is a cult classic for 20 years, multiplayer mods just kind of happen for it.
Yeah.
The Open Morrowind's recreation of the engine is very close to fully complete. And yeah, it just does this and it just works and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Need to raid and run, but need to get away from the computer for a while. It's very fair. Thank you for
Oh
raiding.
god, yeah. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it's getting dark in game.
There we go.
I have a torch.
Gather the Taste Tribunal for the 20th anniversary of Morrowind.
Oh my god. The ketchup moon and stars is the best thing.
And then fucking Elder Scrolls account replies, "You have done well, mortal." And the Bethesda account gets in on the brand Twitter TM by going, "Pretty sure curly fries are only for those who no longer bear burp, 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 burp." Let me try that again.
And then
Pretty
they just
sure-
deleted their account.
Pretty sure curly fries are only for those who no longer bear the burden of prophecy and have achieved their destiny. Oh, it could be Arby's sauce. I don't know what the difference between Arby's
I don't know
sauce
what
is.
that. It probably is. I don't know what that is though.
Oh, Lucky Loon, also thank you for the follow, and thank you again for the raid. Okay, right. There we go.
Right. Roasted the beef of prophecy we must endure in this doomed timeline.
Okay, where were we? So we've got some money, actually, and...
I stole this torch.
Ah, sweet.
Then I'm gonna blow my cash on a mortar and pestle.
We need to go to Caldera as well.
Do we? What's going on in Caldera?
Telvanni agents being naughty. Need to get hit on the head.
Oh, is it for Fighters Guild?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I gotta pick some flowers on the way. But first, I'm gonna hang out in the temple real quick.
Okay. Oh, Arby's sauce is more tangy than ketchup, similar to barbecue sauce. There's a much smoky flavor. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that fits with that.
Learn something new every day. What the Outlander? 400?
Or
You're mad. You're mad.
Thart mad.
Thou'rt crazy. Speaking as a southerner, comparing Arby's sauce to barbecue sauce was a good insult.
Oh, jeez.
It's twangly ketchup. Okay, so I want to do this now while we've got a bit of a walk. Hello? Why is everybody interrupting me whenever I want something to happen?
Oh, no.
Somebody just screamed "you inwa," and I feel like I'm being engaged in combat somewhere.
Where are you?
Hello?
Are you still in the Mages Guild?
No, I'm just
Oh, there you are.
okay. I guess not. I swear I heard that.
I heard an orc say some words.
Maybe it was just gruff sounding and I interpreted it wrong. Okay. Yeah, let's go and walk to Caldera.
Wealth beyond measure.
Where is Caldera? I can't join you. I'm stuck on this guard.
You're trapped forever. I believe it's just a bit north of here, but I think.
Hang on, hold still. Oh my god, you have little dinosaurs on your robe!
What? Do I really?
Little dinosaurs on the back, and I think on the front as well.
Yeah, I guess I do. Those are dinosaurs, aren't they? I'm a dinosaur wizard.
Oh my fucking god. A little bit to the north, you said, is Caldera.
I think it's like northeast-ish. It's probably to the southwest, but we'll find it. We'll find a signpost.
Okay.
Didn't they tell you where Caldera was?
They said to use the funny Mages Guild teleporter, but...
Oh, yeah, we could... Well, that costs money, though. We could probably use the Silt Strider for...
Let's go on a walk. It's nice,
Okay.
nice night walk.
While we're walking, I want to see if I can do this. I want to see if I can name and describe very briefly all of the Tajik princes.
Please continue walking like that with your hands out while you do.
There's 16, technically 17 of them, right?
Right.
So we'll start with the... Khajiit look better in this game compared to... Because they're digitigrade.
Yeah.
That's why.
They got
Honestly, the
cute.
faces are better sculpted than the Oblivion ones. All of the Oblivion heads are really weird. But so I'm not going to do them in alphabetical. I'm just going to do them as I remember them. So you gotta keep track of how many I've said.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the three good ones, which is to say the ones that they used to worship here before the tribunal showed up. We've got Azura. Everybody knows Azura.
Mhm.
Kind of a bro. We've got Boethia,
Mhm.
who's, I guess, like, permanent battle boner.
Oh.
who just loves battle. And we've got Nafala, who's spooky spider lady.
Mhm.
There's a lot of M Daedra. We have Malakath, also kind of a bro, if you're an orc. We've got Mehrunes Dagon,
Mhm.
who's... What if Satan was a terminal revolutionary?
Oh.
There's Molag Bal, who's the secret, real big bad evil guy.
Mhm.
How many is that?
I think that's 5 so far.
5 so far? Who are some of the other M ones?
Oh, there's a dead corpse up there.
Ooh. Who else is there? We've got there's another M one that I'm forgetting. Meridia,
Mhm.
who's encapsulated by please would everyone just shut the fuck up already.
Mhm.
Let's see, I said Molag Bal. Clavicus Vile, who's everybody thinks is the weakling, but he's got puppies. So that's cool. Speaking of puppies, we have Hersine, who loves werewolves.
Mhm.
And we have Namira, who loves zombie movies. Let's see, who else is there? Okay, we'll get Sheogorath out of the way. He's kind of random. Tacos, Rar, XD.
Yep.
And then Jigalag, who's also Sheogorath, who's just got the biggest stick in the world up his butt.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like Sheogorath, very much about chaos. Jigalag, just super about order. Nearly fucking destroyed a lot of stuff by being just so into order. So
Horny for order.
So the other Daedra got together, cursed Jigalag to also be Sheogorath, so that he was like, I know, I'm going to fucking turn into that idiot again. This sucks, I hate it.
We've got Sanguine, who is, oops, we did a Dionysus about it. We've got Hermaeus Mora, who's, oops, we did a Cthulhu about it.
Yep.
Who else? There's Periite, who's we've got
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Who's Periite? Is this a bad thing? Are they really?
No, it's just coughing.
Oh, okay.
It does have a Cthulhu. It has a very awesome Cthulhu, Hermaeus Mora. The daddy of forbidden knowledge, whose plane of oblivion is Apocrypha, which is this endless like ocean of ink and these big weird like towers of bookshelves and tentacles and squid eyeballs, and it's very, very cool. Who haven't I said yet? How many was that?
Chat with someone keeping count.
I asked you specifically to keep count for me.
I lost count after like 6. The Elder Scrolls lore is extremely cool. Like the fucking oh god,
it's so good.
It's
is so wild.
Very possible to go on a wiki dive and not come up. Like why the Elder Scrolls wiki isn't just called the Realm of Hermaeus Mora, I don't know.
That's a good point.
And yeah, Rooster Terror, this is sadly the game where you need to cast your species ability. I think a bunch of them you need to as well, unfortunately. Like Skyrim, you still need to cast Night Eye.
Yeah, Namira is the god of nasty. Namira loves her some zombie movies. We have Nocturnal, who's I'm not really sure. I think Nocturnal's just like Sweet Dreams or maybe Sour Dreams. But then we also have Vermina, who I think is like I like Night but not Dreams, or maybe those are backwards. It's hard to tell.
Oh,
help me, Jesus. I failed to cast the spell. Great.
You attracted a large scrumply.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Okay, shall we lightning round it and I'll actually count it this time?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, right. Go.
Okay, Azura, kind of a bro.
1.
Oethia, battle boner.
2.
Mephala, scary spider lady.
3.
Malakath, kind of a bro if you're an orc.
4.
Marin's Dagon, Satan but terminal revolutionary.
5.
Malek Ball, actually the big bad evil guy.
6.
Meridia, would everybody just shut the fuck up already?
7.
Clavicus Vile, he's got puppies.
8.
Hercene loves werewolves.
9.
Namira loves zombies.
10.
Vermina, I think is Dream Lady.
11.
Nocturnal is Nighttime Lady.
12.
We've got Shagorath and Jiggling. Kind of random lol tacos XD.
13, 14.
There's 2 more. No, there's 3 more. Periite.
15. Are they like the god of weed?
Disease.
Oh.
The god of disease and infection.
I see.
Having a bad cold.
Okay, so that was 15.
Hermaeus Mora
16.
Did a Cthulhu about it, and Sanguine did
17.
a Dionysus about it. Haha, I got him.
Why is there 17 of them?
Because there's 17 of them. I don't know.
It just seems like a weird number of them to have.
I know. It's actually weird. There's a lot of Daedra, which is to say, like the Et Ada gods who weren't involved in the creation of our world. Most of them ran away when they realized what was up, and they like punctured a hole into Aetherius in so doing, and made the sun and all the stars. So that's why magic is real. So you could count Magnus as sort of another god. He's like the big runner away. Who made the sun, and all the other people were just the stars that followed him. This is the manor. You got to get your stuff.
Yes, madam.
Hey, bud. I'm creeping.
They stabbed the sky to make the sun. Pretty well. So Magnus was one of the original, well, not original gods, but among like the big generation of god creatures. And he and his servants, called the Nag-Nagi, realized that creating the world was going to destroy most of their power. So they ran away and punctured a hole into like the realm of magic, and that's what made the sun and all the stars, and that's where all the magic comes from. But not all the Daedra are necessarily even Daedra. There's the fact that Malakath was once a sort of Aedric being called Trinimac, and then Boethia ate him and pooped him out.
Oh, cool.
Or was it? It was either Boethia or Mephala, I forget which one. But one of them ate him and pooped him out, and he became Malakath, god of the orcs. So that was what it was about it. Hermaeus Mora might not actually be a Daedra. He might have existed before anything else, and he's just like chilling because it's funny to him. Meridia might actually have been one of the Magna Gi, but she got stuck, and now she's just kind of here now.
Just chilling.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Do you want me to try to steal this orc armor for you?
Ooh, I was gonna look at getting some silver gear, but that might not be bad.
There's, yeah, this place here's got a whole bunch of it just behind this one dude. If I can play my cards right, which I might not be able to do. Yeah, Sheogorath is at least 2 different people. Weird stuff. That's why I love it so much. I really want... He's not turning around. I don't feel safe to steal.
Favorite lore bit, Sheogorath is the hero of Kvatch. Oh my god, you're right. You're right as well.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, like according to Skyrim, the hero of Kvatch and also the player character in Oblivion is Sheogorath, maybe? Right?
It's possibly Sheogorath. So, I never actually played Shivering Isles, so I'm not quite sure how all that goes, but it might be what it suggests.
Shivering Isles is weird. I mean, yeah, I think you become the new Sheogorath at the end of Shivering Isles. I forget. But Shivering Isles in general is kind of a little bit yikes because it literally has districts called Mania and Despair or something like that, and it's kind of doing the whole mental health as funhouse kind of thing.
Right.
Which, not great.
Not the best.
It is probably the most fun Oblivion expansion by virtue of being actually weird.
Fair.
Okay, where do I need to head to now?
Yeah, you want to know an exciting, fun lore bit about Oblivion? All of Cyrodiil, where the whole game takes place, used to be very, very dense jungle. And the reason it's not in Oblivion is because the first Emperor realized he was in a video game, and he modded it with the creation kit so that Cyrodiil wasn't a jungle anymore. So that's fun.
Yeah, like, I don't know if that's... Is that necessarily in the text, or is that, like, your interpretation of it?
It's an interpretation, but it's pretty much what happens. It's a very... It doesn't spell it out like that, but it's the easiest interpretation of events to make.
Like, he figures out... Was it...
He's one of the few people who achieves Kim, which is...
Kim, yeah.
A process by which you realize that all of this, including all of the weird god stuff, is only an aspect of this greater godhead who's dreaming. You have to realize that you're just like a figment of this thing's dream, but be so like bold and brass balled that you don't believe that stops you from being an individual of your own. And then you sort of sidestep reality a little bit, and it lets you do some weird stuff. And by achieving Kim Talos was able to have an apotheosis, which means he became a god, which is why he's worshipped in Oblivion. But it also meant he had the power to change Cyrodiil into England.
Pretty much, yeah. Of all the places.
I know, right? Oh, you didn't get to go to the arcade. Oh, I'm sorry, Joker.
Aww.
That sucks.
What in God's name is that creature you killed? That was a Kaguti.
That was the Kaguti. Oh, there's another one. Oh, this is the diseased one. Oh dear.
Yeah, so was the last one. I'm coming as fast as I can. Which isn't very... Wow. That was the most stock of stock sound effects. Oh my god.
I know. I wouldn't have turned it into Italy. That's a good point.
Now, there's a cave around here somewhere that I've got to find.
Not an ancestral tomb.
A cave in the hills north of Caldera Mine. Oh, okay. Caldera Mine's to the southwest of... Coming for that Kaguti booty. Terrell is asking if I'm over encumbered. No. No, this is just how fast you go in Morrowind.
Oh yeah, this is just, yeah. She's sprinting currently.
Yeah, look
I
how...
think.
Yep. This is walking. This is sprinting. Walking. Sprinting.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I just heard a Daedric motorcycle go by. What was that?
Looking him as Mora just...
Yeah, this
Good
is
on belly.
definitely a game where you turn on the auto walk and have a sandwich occasionally.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot there was auto walk. Oh.
Yeah.
Excuse me, can you help? I've been robbed by some notorious thieves. Some notorious thieves? Just a few hours ago I was robbed. I'm certain it was by the group led by that Khajiit Drossir. They stole all my jewelry, but most importantly, they got 2 family heirlooms of mine. They've been in the family for years. In return them, I'll gladly pay you their weight in gold. Guess I'll get your jewels back.
So. What's so mean about it?
Walk diagonally to go faster. Yeah.
It is true.
When were dragon shouts?
Dragon shouts invented? They have been around for quite a while. Tiber Septim Talos, that guy, the first emperor, was dragonborn as well. He could do the shouts. Actually, all of the Septim lineage, including Uriel Septim, the guy from Patrick Stewart from Oblivion, and the guy who sent us here, is dragonborn. They actually have to be because you need dragon powers to keep Oblivion's dragon fires lit, which prevent like large scale transport between realms of Oblivion to here, which is what was keeping Marian's Dagon from invading the place.
Yep.
But Skyrim is the only game where you were dragonborn.
So yeah, you can't actually use the dragon shouts until Skyrim.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time that you're a very special dragonborn.
Fun point about this. We're supposed to be the Nerevarine, the prophesized reincarnation of Lord Indral Nerevar. We might not be, though.
Yeah.
We might just be assholes
Yeah.
who got lucky. And I kind of like that. The game never really tells you if you actually are the Nerevarine or not.
And I think at one stage it does hint rather strongly that, hey, maybe you are just an asshole.
You can straight up, like, tell Dagoth Ur whether you think you are or not. He's like, so are you the Nerevarine? And you can be like, I don't know. I just kept doing what people told me to do, and I'm in the scary mountain, and you don't have any pants on, and I'm scared.
You've got a creepy mask.
Well, okay. Please don't cry. This is weird. Want to go? You want to go look at my cool robot? Would that make you feel better?
Look, we
Yeah,
we can go to Ashland's Chuck E. Cheese if you just stop crying, please.
He makes you some mac and cheese so you feel better, and you accidentally stumble and spill it all on the heart and destroy it. And he's like, "No!"
Kagan Max cheese.
I like that. The most expertly crafted. mac and cheese in all.
Where the mines should be to the southwest of this place.
I hope they're full of flowers though, because I still need to get. What do I need actually? Bop bop boop bop boop beep boop boop bop boop bop 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 boop beep beep bop. Gold cannet, stone flower, willow anther, and heather. What do I actually have?
Oh damn.
Got the stone flower. I have none of the other stuff. Great.
Come, Nerevar, let's get you some chalky milk.
Oh yeah, acrobatics. This is why you never make acrobatics a skill in this game.
Yeah, because then it will level up. It will level you up, and the game will scale. But the game sort of expects that you have combat skills when you level
that
up.
you're better than just jumping. These are some pretty crusty mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Volcanic crust.
Oh.
Oh! You want to know another cool fun fact?
Please.
Since we're talking about Oblivion a lot, the Amulet of Kings, that cool big gem in the middle of it, was a drop of blood from the heart of Lorcan.
Oh.
When they realized that Lorcan had possibly tricked, or maybe just had everybody agree to make the world as it was, Auriel, who is the Order version of Sithis, who was the soul of chaos, was like, "Hey, mean," and she made a bow and tore Lorcan's heart out and just shot it into the air.
Oh,
and it fell into the waters around Morrowind and sprouted Red Mountain up from it. But as it was flying over Cyrodiil, a drop of blood fell out and it made the Amulet of Kings. There you go.
fucking sweet.
I definitely should have just made us some levitation potions.
Yeah, that would go down real smooth right now.
What are we doing here anyway? Why are we trying to climb this mountain?
Because we're in love.
Oh, okay.
But also because the ebony mines are supposedly around here.
Oh. Hey, if we could get some raw ebony out of this deal, that would be pretty rad. Not a wood in this game.
Yeah, it's a rock.
It is a metal.
I'm checking the map. Okay.
Yeah, but notice there's like a green splotch on the back of your helmet. Like, it looks like a banana that's just getting ripe. It's still got a bit of green on the back.
Oh, God, you're right.
Even like the fur on it makes it look like somebody just splurted it onto your head.
It's my banana split hat. Please don't make fun of me.
Father says doing the prophecy stuff makes you the Reverend. It's not a prediction as much as a set of instructions. That is true, and that's what's kind of fun about it. Like Azura is the Daedric Prince of
Cliff Racer.
Oh, I don't think I have a target spell. Is the Daedric Prince of like prophecy and stuff, so she's the one who kind of, I think, made the Nerevarine prophecy, but also, yeah, it's just like, I heard that Azura is hiring. If you've got the stones for it. Ooh, now, Fun thing about alchemy, as your alchemy skill raises, you learn more of a thing's ingredients. But I know that cliff racer plumes give you levitation because I've played this game a lot, so I can just make a levitation potion with this.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, the prophecy is very good. Everything about the story in this game is perfection. The fact that like we're gonna have this prophecy come to fruition and we're gonna save the world and really fuck it over really very badly to the point where we're almost doing worse than Dagoth Ur was going to do thereby is just the best for me. I love it so much.
It's a prophecy that maybe you shouldn't fulfill it.
Yeah. A lot of people have. Oh no, this wall is bad. A lot of people have tried to fulfill the prophecy before, and it didn't go quite so well. So it's like, just because you meet some of the initial bullet points doesn't mean you necessarily are going to be. But yeah, it is. It's an interpretation. You could take it that way. You could take it as Azura's power. You know, it's hard to tell one way or the other. Oh, I do remember this place. Yeah, the mining company. This is where we were supposed to go to get here, I think.
Yeah, I think if we just walked like west and then southwest of Caldera, we'd probably have got there. Now, can you smooch your girlfriend real quick? Because that boy might be nasty.
Sure can. There we go.
You missed.
I missed. Oh, that shield he's got is so cool, though.
That's a Dweemer shield, right?
I think that's an Imperial shield, or a scale shield is what that is.
Hey, Elvic, I don't know you. What do you want? Telvanni agents.
Oh, this is too easy.
I haven't seen any
What the fuck?
Telvanni agents, but now that you mention it...
Well.
A dragon scale tower shield. Oh.
Yeah.
I think it's as good as my iron tower shield.
It looks cool. That might just be because your block skill is very low. I think, like, if you have a much higher block skill, you'll start to see some more subtle differences. I'm gonna take some of his other shit.
Yeah, go for it.
Just to sell it. Oh.
Oh god.
Just disposed of corpse. I thought maybe we'd want to leave him there for some reason. I need a... Hang on a second. I've got a couple of restore magic potions. There we go.
Oh,
if I had the money, I would have made a shield on touch for you as well.
What was the one bit of advice you've gotten about the game? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah, me too. If you can't exploit it, you should. You know, that's a very fair bit of advice. The early
they're
game...
all coming.
Oh god.
Oh, and their skeleton pal. One down. No, you die. Spooky Johnson. Okay.
Wow. Hell yeah, teamwork. High five. 2 high fives. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did they all have on them?
I hope good shit.
Ooh, fortify health. God, the way the fortify health potions work in this game is kind of mean, if I remember right.
Uh-huh. Oh, is it that you, like, lose all the health you got when it ends so you can die?
Yeah, you can just immediately die.
Oh, there's some cheap restore health on this lady that I'm
Go for it.
looting now. If you want those, I have a few already.
I've got a bunch as well. I took some from the guild.
It's also got a spoiled slowfall potion.
Oh, neat. Why is it spoiled? What? How do you spoil a slowfall potion?
Oh yeah, there's like spoiled potions in this game, so it has slowfall still, but it also drains your agility for a while.
Oh.
Paired with a horror story about how there was stun locked with paralysis by a bug. Yeah, those are the scribs. They're neutral by default, but they do have like paralytic spit, so if you piss one of them off, they can just keep paralyzing you over and over again. And then you learn not to fuck with them. Yeah, there's definitely... I'm taking... As long as I can... Oh shit, I can't kill this. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll come back and get some of that, I think. I just want to explore deeper into the cave.
That's very fair. There we go. The early game can be difficult because, yeah, this is still all dice rolls. So if you're not very good in a weapon, or you don't have very good like stats that weapon's governed by, you're gonna miss a lot, even though you're like clipping your weapon into the dude.
Yeah.
And it can be agonizingly slow, which I don't think anyone would fault you for modding that part out.
Yeah, like
but it's a lot easier, a lot more quickly to at least be competent in the things that you do, and then you get to learn like, you know, where you should and shouldn't be. Oh shit, a trapped chest. Oh, I want it though.
Yeah, it does nail the feeling of just arriving in a place where a lot of people just kind of really wish you weren't here.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out what the hell is going on, what's your place and everything, and just...
It is a very neat thing, and yeah, they won't. The potions won't expire on their own, but the fact that they exist as like spoiled potions is so cool. I'm gonna open this chest. It is trapped. I hope I don't die. Okay.
Okay.
I figure this is an early game area. It's not gonna kill me straight up. Oh, it's gonna kill me straight up. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I had a health spell. Oh my god, that was. You don't want to know how low my bar got before that spell popped off. It has 3 gold in it, and a bottle.
Cool chest.
Damn it.
This barrel has a lot of decent value stuff, but I'm all carried out.
I will take it. I'm a little carried out. Oh, Buford. What's up, my man? 3 gold.
3 whole gold.
I'm running very low on magic potions, by the way.
Ah, slaughterfish.
I want to know games that made me terrified of water in video games. Morrowind, Oblivion.
That one well
Any
quest.
game that has slaughterfish. Yep. The gargantuan slaughterfish in it.
And wasn't there one where you get like deliberately nearly fucking drowned because there's like a ring that you have to get that's like a ring of...
Oh yeah. That's one of the
heavy.
Yeah, I remember that. They made up names for the alcohol. Yeah, Mazdi, Sujama, Grief. What is the other one? Are you good? What is that?
Trap chest.
Oh, are you okay?
Drowning.
Oh, fair enough. Actually, wait, do I have... Oh, I have water walking. I don't have water breathing. Damn it. Khajiit hates math time. Scared of water because Majora's Mask. Yeah, that too.
I do want whatever's in that chest, even though it's probably going to be like 3 gold, so down I go.
Go for it.
Ooh, there's something shiny over here as well. Is that? Oh, that.
That looks like a skull.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Oh, yep, it's a skull. It's just embedded in the wall.
Here, speaking of skulls,
Oh,
things
drowning
that I've...
again.
Oh dear. Maybe I can just go behind you and, like, keep healing you as your lungs fail.
Who's gonna heal you as your lungs fail?
That's a good point. We need a third Khajiit. I'd mentioned this in other places on stream, but since we're talking about skulls, one thing that really bugs me about games like this, there's no Khajiit skulls or anything like that, or Argonians. There's a severed Argonian head somewhere, but there's no Argonian skeletons. And that sucks, because imagine fighting like an animated cat skeleton. That'd be cool as hell.
Absolutely. Okay, I did have a fortify speed potion, so I think I can get down and back up again.
Hell yeah. Good luck.
Didn't really have time, but I had like 25 gold in a skirt. Thank you.
Okay. Did you take them, or are they still in there?
I got them.
Okay, cool. Oh shit, I need the scales out of these guys. Nice.
Oh wow,
Alright, cool.
I can wear pants and a skirt? Oh.
This is a good game.
Advanced, yeah, I could
That is a
we
very
could have
good
enchantments on both of those.
Exactly.
Look at my fucking ensemble here.
You're so good. Remember Super Mario 3, those mini games where you had to like line up 3 panels to a proper shape to get a 1-up? You got like 2 thespians and a warrior right in the middle.
Did your mother dress you? Ah, yes, I see that she did not.
Mean. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh, still the naked guy then.
Mm-hmm. Do I wear pants on my front legs and a skirt on my back legs?
It's kind of a cute idea, actually.
It is kind of neat, actually. Like,
do you have like those 80s era like scrunchy leg warmers on your front legs and then skirt on the back?
I'm not gonna lie, I've seen art like that, and it's extremely good. Like, the field of Tor clothes, once you get beyond the how would Tor wear pant, is extremely powerful and good.
A bunkhouse. Oh, a ledger.
It's a note to mages. Mages, please be judicious in your use of fire spells while guarding slaves deep in the mine. Often flammable gases are present, and as last week's incident indicates, even a small flame can spark a huge explosion. We don't know if Casino will ever get that patch of fur back.
No. I got it. I got it. I got it. Ooh. Ah.
What's in it?
Yes. The Grave Ward Amulet. Summon skeletal minion for 60 seconds on self. I can summon bones. I can summon bones. Bup, bup, bup.
Oh, Caldera slave key. Yoink.
Ooh. There is a sort of hidden faction. I don't think it's as official as like the Morag Tong or the Fighters Guild or anything like that, but there's the Twin Lamps that you can be a part of, and their whole thing is freeing slaves. So fuck yeah. I can call for Spooky Johnson whenever I want.
Caldera Slave Shack 2. Hey, Dalina, do you have the key to these bracelets? Will you let me go free? Of course. Dalina is free. You're a good friend of Dalina. Dalina leaves when the moons are right.
Nice.
Do you want a shirt there,
I wish.
Dalina?
Yeah, I promise you, I've gone through games where I will like RP and just like give them like, here's some clothes and some money. There's a
Yeah.
shirt for you at least. I don't have gold to spare right now, but
Okay. Inora, as punishment for last night's incident, you have been assigned to the mine's deep scouting position for all next week. So help you remember to always cover up after you're finished outside from now on.
ugh, rules. Damage to company property will not be tolerated. If any further scratch marks are found on the bedposts, all miners will be given double shifts for the rest of the month. No talking after sundown, no talking during feedings, no talking before sunrise. Always obey guards and mages promptly and without question.
So yeah, this is
a
an
little funny,
imperial.
though.
This is
a
an
little
im-
funny though.
This is an imperial company, so fuck these guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Casina, will you let me go free? Absolutely. Casina is free. You're a good friend of Casina.
Slave Shack 1. Isn't that Star Wars spaceship?
I don't know which bedposts though, because
You know, that's a good point. They just kind of have. What just happened?
wait, what? Oh,
You left and she put the bracer back on. There's
what?
a big explosion. Oh, she's gone now. Okay.
Oh,
The
it's
AI
on-
got a little weird because
yeah, it's on the floor now. Slave's right bracer.
Yeah, you left and she exploded.
Oh no!
I looked at her and the bracer was back on. Amazing. All right.
They actually bother to teach the slaves how to read. I think it's more that they're getting people that are
Yeah, they may have known how to read before their
yeah.
career shift.
Yeah.
But we've just did a praxis about that, so all is well.
Wait, what did Disney rename it to? I'm curious.
Oh. The indentured servitude one.
It's a weird fucking name for a ship anyways.
Push me, 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 push me. this minecart goes fucking nowhere.
Yeah, what?
They just started building this one. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
The Fire Spray Gunship. That's
okay. That's a cool name, though.
that
To be
fucking
fair,
rules. Yeah. I know, we are getting sidetracked here, but we do have to free some slaves. So
yeah, we let's kill some slaves about it. I need to stop running.
Excuse you?
What? I meant free some slaves. What did I say? Kill some slavers is what I meant to say.
Okay. Hey, can you smooch your girlfriend? I'm low on hips.
Yeah. Nope. God, it's 80% or 75% chance to do that successfully. So of course I fail it 75% of the time.
The Caldera Ledger. This book shows the ebony mined in and shipped from Caldera. You don't see anything suspicious in the figures.
Outlander.
I do have at least 2 sets of hips. It's true.
Make it quick, Outlander, or go away.
But yeah, we got wicked distracted there. Tor clothes are fucking great. I love Tor outfits. There's an artist, Servalet, that does some extremely good Tor outfits. With the key to these bracers, will you let me go free? Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah. Good luck. There's a guard right outside.
It's okay, she can just sneak, I hope.
Mm-hmm. God, I thought you were gonna.
Yes, madame. What is it?
Yes, madame.
You're in an ebony mine, and all the ebony belongs to the Emperor, so don't touch the ebony or the guards will kill you.
Sounds fake, but. And look, this is one of the first Dunmer we've seen that show off their very Mesopotamian inspired heritage with his name. Maser Namaser. Okay. He can't... Well, he can. Hang on, I have Chameleon.
You just gonna chameleon and start hitting that raw ebony with a pick?
I was gonna open the rock and take it. Uh-oh, he's not... I'm not sneaked anymore.
Wow, 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 wee woo.
Uh-oh. I didn't do anything.
He doesn't seem to care.
Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay. Did seem like... I do have a bounty, though.
Uh-oh.
I do have a fairly sizable bounty. Well, that was a bad
yeah,
idea. Oh, good.
I guess you can pay your bounty.
Outlander.
Hey, bud. Let me
It
just
suffers wounds.
talk to your friend here. There you go.
Everyone knows you've got a price on your head. I don't want any trouble. Just leave me alone. Uh-oh.
Wealth beyond measure.
I violated the law. Oh, dear. Turning myself in. Goodbye.
Oh! Well, okay.
Warm day to you, friend.
All the fantasy cultures in this series they're not just copy this existing culture in a vaguely racist way, they're mash up 2 or 3 existing cultures in a vaguely racist way. Yeah, kinda.
Until they got to Skyrim, and then they're just like, but the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
Ours to listen.
And then it was just the one vaguely racist culture. But
Yes.
yeah, I think part of what makes Morrowind stand out so much is it is so... It demands unique culture because so much of this is... It's such an alien sort of landscape.
Are you completely naked? I think you're completely naked.
Oh. That sucks.
Well, now they're completely naked because I got their bracers off.
You know, that is true. Citizens won't consider you naked as long as you've at least got, like, a bracelet on. Which is wild. Like, nope, this is fine. Nothing weird here.
Oh, you're naked. Spare me.
Spare me.
I think I got everyone. Yeah.
This game is partly what got me very interested in Mesopotamian culture, actually. Because of, like, the Dunmer architecture, like you see in Balmora, stuff like Dagoth Ur, the Ashlander tribes are all very like that, and it's like, I want to know more about this. So I did. Yeah, the Civil War quest in Skyrim. It's just, are you going to join the racists or the Empire? It's to wipe out a religion. You know,
there's not really an everybody sucks option, which is what I adore about New Vegas, because you can be like, well, everybody sucks. I can only trust myself. Like, do you turn New Vegas over to a person from the old world who's just kind of wanting to continue the bad shit that led to?
Yeah, do you want the ancient Roman hyper-fascists? Do you want the American soft fascists? Do you want the fucking Wealth beyond measure, outlander, money fascist. which of these fascists do you want?
Tiny niche interactive fiction games with paragraph books. Oh, I can't say I
Doesn't ring a
do.
bell to me. Is the Civil War questline mandatory in Skyrim? I don't think it is. I don't think you really need to engage with that at all.
Really? I thought that to do the main quest line you had to at least participate a little? Maybe not. Actually, I guess
No,
not,
I really
right?
don't remember. You might have to do a little bit of it, but I don't think you have to complete it at all.
Yeah, wildcard is... I mean, wildcard is weird, right? Because you're... rather than putting all the power in the hands of one person that you don't necessarily fully agree with, you're putting all the power in your hands. Which is, like, not really any different from...
Maybe these hands don't actually know how to govern a society,
Yeah.
but not like they did either. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it.
Oh, if you ignore the Civil War in Skyrim, the Dragonborn has the Greybeards call for a ceasefire for as long as it takes to fight Alduin. Okay. That's something, I guess. Also, thank you for the first time chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, where did you get arrested and taken to?
Caldera.
Oh, cool.
I'm on my way to you. I got briefly distracted at the trader looking for anything cool.
Yeah, I need to sell some stuff.
Sell off all of my stuff. Whoops! No, not that. That's my weapon. Whoops.
Can you ask your question quickly?
Persuasion. Admire. Oh, keep it up. You really want to make me mad. Intimidate? Get lost. Taunt? You're pathetic. Admire? Okay. I guess I'll go and shop somewhere else. I'm sorry if that also fucked you up.
Oh no.
Oh my god, okay. The paragraph books, that's right. Where the game itself will say, okay, look at this page of the book, and you read... Yeah, the game would prompt you to read a numerical paragraph. Yes. That's...
Interesting.
That's familiar. I'd not thought about that concept in forever. But yeah, you're right. I think bribing always works, but I think I'm also just...
Whoa! Sorry. I just got jump scared by an owlet.
By a what?
The big mouth things.
Oh, jeez.
Are you in Caldera?
Yeah.
How'd you get back there already? I was
I
just about to leave.
I followed the road.
It's a good idea.
I'm not going to bother trying to persuade this person. I'm just going to pawn off the bullshit that I've got. God, yeah, they would be
You've got my ear, let's hear it.
very difficult to stream, you're right.
I love this fun little sky bridge in between the trader and the tavern here.
It's very good. Can I actually sell it? Huh. Can sell this guy the Caldera slave key for 300 drakes.
Dang.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Oh my god, he's selling a Propylon index.
Oh, those are important. Why are they important?
Those are the fast travel things, those big, scary Daggerfall looking ass temples.
Oh,
Speak
yeah.
freely, friend.
Wait, what's it look like?
It looks like a black soul gem, kind of.
Oh yeah, Lamaran Propylon Index. Holy shit, okay. Does that just take you directly there?
I think you have to go there and like attune it or something first, but then yeah.
Dang.
I know. I love that these traders will just equip armor that you sell them.
Yeah, it's very silly.
I was really hoping you would be selling a mortar and pestle, my man.
Yeah, like it was a lot easier to. I mean, like when you're distributing a game on floppy disk, every byte counts. So having stuff
Friend?
taken up by hey bud having stuff taken up by well jeez having a lot of your lore
Yes?
in your manual rather than in your game itself means that you can, you know, make the game more complex, add more graphics and stuff, and just have people refer to the funny little book when they need to.
Yeah.
Oh, recording the paragraphs. Yeah, that might actually be kind of good. Like if you... Oh, God. I suppose you could do something like, I guess it depends on how you set that up, but you could, I suppose, have your Stream Deck set up so that, you know, push button receive such and such of a paragraph. Or even just have a window on screen with the text open in a notepad file. Text open in Notepad and have window capture on that notepad and scroll to the proper line when you get to it. Interesting. Okay, I'm headed to Balmora. Where are you headed?
Okay. I'll head with you. I was in the Mages Guild there looking to see what was what.
Oh, there's a Mages Guild in Caldera?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Fighters Guild in Caldera?
From where do you hail?
There might be.
It's the type of compression that you use the decompression algorithm. Yeah, pretty much. Well, theater. Mages Guild.
Might be in the fort proper or something. We could use that guild to teleport to Balmora.
Yeah, let's do that rather than walking.
May I help you?
It's just upstairs here.
How can I help you?
12 gold.
Travel to Balmora. Oh, it was 11 gold for me.
Oh. Silver tongue.
that? Where were you when the dragon broke? God.
She sells an apprentice's calcinator, but a master's mortar and pestle.
Oh,
Do you need
jeez.
something?
I remember just stealing the various
All right then.
potion making bits and pieces from this place.
Can I maybe do that without the... Oh, I don't... I just need an apparatus. It doesn't need to have that. Okay. Hey, I want to make some money real quick. Let's see. What can I make?
Is there something you need?
Oh, you thought of it now because Sleep mentioned Mesopotamian history, and Dragon Wars takes place in Dilmun and features characters such as Urkala and Nurgle. Ooh.
Ooh.
I hope that means something to you, my love, but...
I suppose I have a moment. What is it? Hail!
Nurgle rings a bell, or Kala not so much, regrettably.
Oh
I
boy.
suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Oh, I do need a mortar and pestle to use. Damn it.
Perhaps the more famous
Could have
Endiku.
opened with that.
Endiku, yeah, I feel like both of
Yeah,
us are familiar. Yeah, Endiku from Final Fantasy.
And Kidu, but yes.
Why do I always read it as Endiku? Internally, I always read it as Endiku instead of Enkidu. I don't understand.
It's fun if you break all that down. You can consider Gilgamesh and Kidu to be like the settled peoples versus the nomadic peoples.
Are you new here?
Because
From where do you
Enkidu's
hail?
always shown as kind of like a wild man.
It suffers wounds.
And also, God, they were just so in love.
What Khajiit do for you?
Yes?
Okay.
My prices are the best in town.
I really need to pick some flowers.
You wish to speak? From
I
where
think I only
do you
have two
hail?
of the ones I need. I need Willow Anther and Gold Cannet. Maybe somebody in town will sell them to me. Somebody call for a neurodivergent pigeon. Beautiful.
Are you new here?
Oh, I bet this fool sells them.
What codebook? I wouldn't talk to you about that sort of thing. Okay, well, how about I bribe you? You're generous and your judgment is good. Okay, friend. You know about the codebook. I don't want any trouble with you, so just take it. Don't tell anyone I gave it to you. Nice. The codebook
Nice.
has been added to my inventory. Can I read this thing? Sure can. I mean, to an extent, yes. But really, no. Oh my god, you're right. This is what Sleep does when I tell her she's a good girl.
I go back, dub.
Oh, you go shoot Zaffel, do it a bit, Chilson,
Oh,
Bizkoff,
I see.
the toy, Pajik, News, Al's, Words, Dirk, Susie, look, Vocals, Score, Niggs, Patrick, Niggs, Eard, Ard, Faggy, Paxrick, Bokdrup, Sugins, Petchik.
Sugs PG deck. Yep, that's exactly what I say every time too.
Hmm.
A bottoms code. I like
Mhm.
that a lot. Guess what?
What?
I wasn't able to actually make it. Never mind.
Oh.
I was going to give you the potion I made, but I couldn't because I don't have the mortar and pestle.
Snaps.hehe. Oh my god, if that was a domain, I would absolutely buy that.
Sure.
I think it is actually a cipher. Like, there's certainly some repeating things in it, like PAXWC repeats a couple times. I don't know if there's anything else that I noticed repeating, so there's like maybe this is one word. I don't know if it's like a simple substitution cipher. Probably is.
Probably is. Vivek eats butts. That's what it says.
What makes this smell?
Oh, my blessed woman. You sell them. You sell a regular ass mortar and pestle. Thank you.
Someone just walked by
Can I
me and
help
said, "What
you?"
makes the smell?" Rude.
If you
Rude.
need a good laugh or a tall tale, you've come to
Yeah,
the
do you
right
sell,
place.
sell gold cannon by chance?
Jack's the swordsman.
I have muck for sale. I don't want muck. Willow and
What can I do for you, friend?
Oh, people will comment on how well dressed you are. I guess I do just kind of have bad clothes underneath.
My God.
Love the jump animation. Put your hands up. Deciphered the 36 lessons of Vivek, booty most foul. Oh, God.
Oh, my potion failed. I forgot they could fail.
Oh, yeah.
Cries.
You just chilling in the Mages Guild?
I'm in the Alchemists by the Clothier in Temple.
Clothier, okay. The speedrun for this does some wild stuff. I absolutely love it. Like, it is absolutely the definition of abusing the heck out of the game's systems. Just, I forget exactly what the sequence is. I kind of want to learn the speedrun of it because I feel like it's achievable. Because a lot of it centers around the Scrolls of Icarian Flight, for one thing. And,
Hello.
Hello.
Wealth beyond measure. Probably nothing.
Yeah, the speedrun does none of the story. Like, I forget if you go kill Vivek in the speedrun. Like, you get wicked high on skooma for one thing to fortify your speed.
There you go. I made that for you.
Ah. Jesus, Juice. Ah, is it Water Walk?
It sure is. You know it's water walk.
I don't know what its effect is. It's a question mark on it.
Oh, neat. That is what it is.
Wizard 101 fit. Did you see the dinosaurs on it, Gummy? Look at the little dinosaurs. I'm sure they're meant to be like bows or something, but they're dinosaurs. I can just hear you sizzling.
Oh, no.
Oh?
Oh gosh, those all failed, really?
Oh no. Oh, this game is wicked crunchy. Like, we kind of wanted to just show everyone the game pretty close to as it was on release, aside from, you know, Coral.
Aside from the multiplayer.
Chamomile tea? Oh, hell yeah. Sippy.
Think before you drink that.
Oh, don't sippy.
But sippy.
Oh,
You drank it. I heard you drink it.
Drain fatigue. Oh. Yummy. It was tasty though. Oh, hydrate.
I'll do so, and gladly. Good.
Yeah, my history with this game, I would have been 2002, 14 maybe, about that probably.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. 14 or 15, and just
God, it was beautiful back then.
Oh god, yeah. It was amazing to look at this game, and I feel like I must have had this running on something very crusty and old. Like, or maybe that was... Like, I think I was running it on a 1 gigahertz PC, which was just the shit at the time. Considering I'd previously been running video games on a 200 megahertz thing that, strictly speaking, could not run The Sims, but my god, I loved The Sims, so I ran it on there anyway. And just, I think a friend, gave me a pirated copy of this because, you know, it's just what you do.
That's how you do.
Let's go down. Let's go to the west and go into the Schwarms.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember just playing the hell out of this game, because it is something that you can lose hours and hours to, just like Oblivion, just like Skyrim. It's this huge world to explore and just delve so deep into, and
there's still areas I have not really explored at all. There's still dungeons I haven't gone. There's still like factions I haven't joined yet.
Yeah. Same, absolutely the same. I remember getting confused about not being able to, about thinking that you had to choose between Mage's Guild or Fighter's Guild, and thought that you couldn't join both of them, which you you wicked can, like,
you super can.
Yeah. I don't know if I even touched the Thieves Guild in this game, which I really should, because it's usually where I gravitate to in like Morrowind, sorry, in Oblivion and Skyrim, is some sort of stealthy sort. Now, is this person gonna be friendly, or are they looking for a fight?
Shit. I got distracted picking flowers and I'm behind. Where are you? Did you go across the bridge?
No, I kept going forward. Oh. Alright. Fjordshire. I had word you hired someone to guard against bandits? No?
Oh, I like his armor.
Very cool. So, yeah, I...
Just to say, so if he aggroes you, you'll have some cool armor to wear.
Yeah, he seems pretty chill, is the thing about...
Cry.
Oh, look, he's actually... Look very closely at that shield, because it's actually got the Imperial Dragon on it.
Oh, yeah, it super does. Oh, yeah, yours does too.
Huh.
Ah. Oh, wait, it's got writing in Daedric on it, I think.
Oh.
I can't read it.
No,
I
it's
think
way too low res.
Might try giving the series another shot, because I played Skyrim back when it first released back in the day. I was bored out of my mind. Even playing it with my brother bored me to death, and I'm not even sure to take it. I feel the later games, especially Skyrim, feels a lot more action oriented than this one. I mean, there's combat, but it's definitely a lot of like mouse plus, W plus M1.
Yeah,
Skyrim is a lot weaker story-wise than Morrowind, and I would say that's also true of Oblivion. It's far less so, but a lot of the interesting parts of the plot in that game are completely hidden. Like, it doesn't really tell you why the Mythic Dawn is doing what they're doing, or what like Manker Cameron's motives are, or what Marin's Dagon's motives are. Because as far as you can really tell in that game, and it's been a long time, so maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like he's a big demon guy and he's going to take over the world unless you can stop him.
Yeah.
And that's really not. I mean, it's not true, but there's more to it than that.
Like a lot of it is that if you read the Mythic Dawn text, you kind of get a little bit of a better idea of what's going on, but the game doesn't really sit you down and say and talk you through, okay, this shit's happening and it's bad. You've got to go digging.
It's a lot harder to hide that sort of stuff in this game because look at it. Like, you just go up and talk to Vivek. It's like you can't, hide this wild, two-toned, super god.
Absolutely, yeah.
I got distracted again.
I kept
Send out the Goral ping. Aha, Goral located.
The Goral ping?
Yeah, also known as the local map. Fun detail about Oblivion. I don't think Marin's Dagon really gives an account of his specific reasons for doing what he's doing, and I think there's theories that he gets tricked into doing it by one of the other Daedric princes. But when I described him as Satan but a terminal revolutionary, he is the Daedric Prince of Destruction, but he's also the Daedric Prince of Change and Revolution. And as much as he might just be, I'm the god of fireball spells, so I want to blow up the world because it's what I do, it could also very easily be explained, his motives, that he's like, okay, the Empire's taken over all of Tamriel, and things are getting boring as fuck. We're going to shake things up a little and just destroy the Empire. Which is kind of praxis a little bit. He does it in a very bad way, but he does do it because the Empire's in shambles by the time Skyrim comes out.
Yeah, like, you achieve a victory at the end of Oblivion, but it's very Pyrrhic.
The only thing that really needed to happen was killing the Emperor.
Yeah.
And everything is already set in stone. And you stop before he can, kill all the people, but the fact that the crisis happened at all has shown how weak the Empire is, because it immediately pulls back all of its support from all other provinces to help Cyrodiil out when they're all getting crisis as well. And that allows the High Elves to claim that they stopped the crisis, and they form the Aldmeri Dominion with their newfound powers. The Argonians say it was their job, and they went ahead and destroyed Morrowind about it. There's no longer the emperors actually have a sort of divine right to rule because they're dragonborn and can keep those dragon fires lit that prevent invasions. But that's not true anymore. So even though you could probably find another of the Septim lineage, because emperors love to inbreed and stuff, they've probably got a big shallow family, it wouldn't matter because they've lost that justification for rule. So it destroys everything. But you really don't get to reflect on any of that.
You don't get to reflect on any of that? I feel like that's, again, there in the backstory in Skyrim if you read in the books, but there's not a lot that you actually get in the actual text. What the hell is this place?
This is one of the Propylon chambers.
Oh shit.
It might be the one that the dude was selling the index for.
Oh, Reclaimers! You're here at last with the index. I'm in the wrong video game. Uh-oh. You guys need a different robot.
Magic robots.
You need a magic robot.
Should try Elder Scrolls Online. I actually picked that up not too long ago because they were doing I guess a free weekend, and it was on sale for $5. Oh my god, this is the one he had the thing for.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's very cool. Not much we can do here, though. There's a crate. It's got good stuff in it. It has $1.
Oh, nice. And with the power of mods, we could make 343 Guilty Spark show up.
It's true. So I did give ESO a very brief look, and I think as a Jesus, as oh my God, Jack, help me. Don't go in that door.
Oh, you should rest and meditate on what you've learned. Dead.
I have also extremely. Oh, hello. You too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So ESO is really interesting as a whistle-stop tour of all the places that you visited in better games.
Yeah.
I think it's. It does not interest me at all. I immediately was like, I do not want to actually play this game. I'm gonna go play Daggerfall instead. That's a lot more compelling to me, and that says something, I think. But the fact that you can visit Morrowind is very awesome.
What did you find immediately at Seydanine, though? That was just wild.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. So, Elder Scrolls Online takes place in like year 400 and something of the Second Era, which is to say almost a full millennia before Morrowind.
Mm-hmm.
And yet Seydanine looks almost exactly the same. Like, for fan service reasons, of course, like the Census and Excise office is there, and it looks exactly the same. So this building has been there for 700 years, and the guy who worked there has the same last name as the guy who files your paperwork. Mm-hmm. So they've like inherited that job for generations, dozens of generations have all worked in the census office, and it's just fucking ridiculous. But
like we should go visit Vivek.
And that was cool. I got to, like, the city was still under construction, and that was pretty cool. Bardao is in a different spot, which is lore accurate. I thought it was gone at first. People were talking about it, and I'm like, but it was just not in the same spot. And Vivek is there, and you can just chill with him, and it zooms in on him, and it's kind of hard to see past his giant foot, but, you know, it was a video game. Like, it zooms in on the characters, and you talk to them, and he's always, like, levitating cross-legged. He's sitting crisscross applesauce. And so, like, his foot is just in the camera. But yeah, it's cool as a whistle-stop tour. I want to go check out Balmora and see what it looks like with the updated, everything. And it'd be kind of cool to go check out Cyrodiil. And I'd like to see Hammerfell or Sentinel out of Daggerfall. That would be cool, but I do not want to play it. It does not seem fun to me. There is no subscription, so it's like it was $5 and you just have the game. I think the only real reason to get a subscription is because it gives you like bigger pockets if you want to do crafting. You can hold more shit, but... Yeah.
I'm honestly quietly relieved because we're already kind of big into Final Fantasy 14, and if you're like, oh no, there's 2 good MMOs, oh piss.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way, and maybe that was part of me bouncing off, is like I didn't want to get into it, but it felt very kind of just it's an MMO, whatever.
Do you want to check out those Dwemer ruins that are right there?
Yeah, it sounds like a bad idea, but I do want to. Oh, you can go to the Clockwork City. That's exciting. Sothasil is still alive. That's fun. I think the one thing that does interest me about ESO is I'm hearing people talking about it in terms of something called a Shezarine, which I don't know what that is, but it excites me because it sounds like Nerevarine, which means like the reincarnation of Nerevar. So Shezarine logically would mean the reincarnation of Shazar, which is the imperial name for Lorcan, aka the god who created everything, aka the heart in this game. The heart in the mountain is Lorcan's heart. So that's cool if you're supposed to be like an incarnation of Lorcan. That would be neat. I don't know if that's what that means, but it probably is. Talos is also a Shazarine. Oh, that's interesting. That sounds accurate, though, now that you say that. Oh, kill it. I want its plumes. No, he's roughly play mage. I failed.
They're very hard to hit.
They are. They sure are. I need a on-target spell so bad.
I'm so glad Saint Job drove them from Vardenfell.
That's the best.
Mhm.
Want to hear something really stupid and nerdy? I'm just thinking,
Oh,
listening to how
absolutely.
good this music is. I think the first time I was beating this game, my climbing of Red Mountain to get to Dagoth I had Enya's May It Be playing during a
Oh.
blight storm, and it was like, it felt very, very cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
I still associate that song with this game because of that.
TES lore being what it is, there are a lot of things without definitive answers.
It's true, and I
Yeah.
kind of love that about it.
Like, I adore that everyone seems to have their own, or at the very least, like the Khajiit and the Argonians have completely different takes on the Nine Divines than any of the other races.
It's very cool because, like, on the one hand, oh gosh, I'm scared. I'm alone and I'm scared. So there is a lot of weirdness in the lore, and part of that's like we've got these dragon breaks where the timeline gets all weird. It like splits up and sews back together. So there's definitely cases of lots of things happening. But yeah, every like culture kind of has its own interpretations of very concrete like deities and events that happened. So like they all worship the same gods, but they have their own kind of interpretations of those gods, and everything's got like their own names for stuff, like Lorcan and Shazar. Help me, or Shore if you ever hear of Shore in Skyrim, that's Lorcan as well.
Shore stone. I had to
I'm
kind of
stuck.
circle around that big knobbly bit, and then there was some terrain that I could get.
Dang it.
Okay, the Khajiit pantheon isn't so different from the Argonian pantheon. Yeah, that's true, I guess.
They like worship different deities, even though they all have the same. There's like different ones that they prefer, they favor over others. Like the Argonians tend to be really in bed with Sithis because of the whole night scale assassin thing. Yeah, it's just so cool. There's so many like mixed names for the same things, makes it feel so very real. I love it. I love it a lot.
Ostensibly, the ash piles that you can find in these places are what's left of the Dwemer.
You know, that makes sense.
I'd love to find an entry way to this place, though. That'd be nice.
This is scary. I love the Dwemer ruins.
This looks...
They're so weird.
Interable.
This looks, very interable.
Well,
Have you entered? Oh. Maybe a little farther down.
Oh, yeah. you know, you're so right.
And so wrong at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, I wish I was able to make some of those levitation potions. That Cliff Racer didn't drop any plumes for me.
Oh, God.
Oh, I've slid all the way down this stupid mountain.
Okay. Let's make... Whoa! God.
Yeah.
You too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe go see Vivek. Uh-oh.
Let's hang out with Vivek. What seems to be really interesting too is that the gods, for lack of a more all-encompassing term, in this game are affected in a sense by their worship. Like, for example, Lorcan made the world, currently dead except for his still beating heart, which is in Red Mountain. If you want to see the rest of his body, look up because that's what the two moons are. But also, Skyrim's got this mythology around Shor, who's created and resides in Sovngarde. He's kind of like their Odin a little bit, and that's still Lorcan. And because they believe that so strongly, that's also true. Like the gods have sort of aspects of themselves that are made to be accurate based on the worship of their faithful.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you've got stuff like Akatosh, who's this cool, the god of time or whatever, and he's one of the 8 divines, and everybody loves him, and he's cool. He was also Alduin. Oops. Some people are like, hey, did you know there's like a scary time dragon who's going to eat all of time? Time is like an Akatosh thing, so it's him, and it is him, even though it's also not him, because it's Alduin, but it is, except for when it's not. So, yeah, it gets wild like that. Also, do you remember the end of Oblivion, where Martin Septon dies and turns into an aspect of Akatosh to destroy Mehrunes Dagon? Turns into a dragon. Oops. Mm-hmm. Martin turns into Alduin, kind of a little bit.
Oh, really? Oh, beans.
Yep. I don't think he goes on to become the Alduin you fight in Skyrim, but he becomes the Time Dragon, which is what Alduin is. So, yeah. Yeah.
Becomes an Alduin. Alduin and the Chipmunks.
A lot like what the Roman Empire did with a lot of its conquered territories. Yeah. Actually, that is very true, and that can be seen extremely here in Morrowind with the Tribunal, because they do exactly that. Before the Tribunal, everybody worshipped the 3 good Daedra, which is to say Azura, Boethia, and Mephala. Oh shit, I remember this guy. This guy sucks. This is on the way to the first main quest dungeon.
Hey bud, can we help you? With
He's
swords?
just Bridge Boy. It's Bridge Boy. Stop running. Back him into a corner. Fireball. Fireball.
Beat his ass.
Fireball. Okay.
Snowy Granius. He doesn't have anything good, even.
Ugh. I'm gonna take this shit anyway. Oh, no I won't. I'm over encumbered. This axe is heavy. So the Daedra, or the Dunmer rather, well, the Chimer rather, that's a whole different thing. The Dunmer used to worship the good Daedra, and when the Tribunal had their apotheosis under Red Mountain and became gods themselves, they're like, how do we assert our godhood? What they ended up doing was saying that the good Daedra were the anticipations, that they weren't actually really gods. The Tribunal are the gods, but they were like, the Daedra are the primitive versions of us that came before. They were the anticipations of Vivek, Sothasil, and Almalexia. So that's how they kind of eased everybody's like faith, so that they would be okay with worshiping Alm Civi, and boy, it worked so well. Snowy Granny is the game's first skill check. Yeah, I remember him being trouble. This game, by the way, is going to be busted wide open with having 2 people in it.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Don't expect anything here is an anticipation, if you will, of the game's actual difficulty.
Oh, there's a bunch of guys. Okay.
Sure are, and I don't have any magic left. Oh dear, hang on.
Their faces are so textured.
We're the texture twins. You'll never stop.
Okay.
How's your HP?
Break cruise. Forget bet break cruise the day that he messed with us.
Cool. Cirrus discard corpse. I got a belt now.
Nice.
I can keep my pants up.
Probably check out where they came from.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Save my game. Oh my god.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's the thing we have to do, huh?
Mm-hmm. You know what? Fuck you, changes your skin color. Yeah, yep, that happened.
Oh, the head pats are continuing. Uh-oh.
Yay. Oh, I forgot this is Pokemon Dungeon.
What?
Yeah, check out these doors once you're done fixing our head pats.
Weeping Bell Hall. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There is, I don't know if they're all in here, but there's like a Bellsprout cave and stuff.
Yeah, they're wicked, isn't there?
Heaven's Gallery. Oh, this place is cool. Oh god, there's not gonna be... Oh, there's just assholes in here, okay.
Yeah, they're downstairs by the looks of it.
Downstairs, asshole.
I don't think they can get to us.
No, they're very cross, but...
Dweemer coin and Dreamer cog.
Ooh. Heavy, but worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Oh, geez, weight 50. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely not worth it.
No, perhaps not. I'm gonna check out this cool light and be right back.
Are you gonna feed your boy? Well, I'm sure I'll survive this fall, Jet.
Let's see what you're made of.
What? Grand Lior, kite and dagger, and some belt, and some other bullshit. So you know what? I'm gonna swap out my bad clothes for some good clothes from this idiot. There we go. Oh, that's fine. Rusty Dweemer cog. I remember.
Oh my god!
I'm back. Welcome back.
Wow!
I went down the hole.
Oh god, are you okay?
Yeah, there was only one dude.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played this was with the. Actually, I guess it wouldn't have been 2002 that I first played it, because I think the first time I played it would be when I got the complete collection of it, and you know, obviously later than 2002 at that point.
It's a shirt but not his pocket change, chaotic lawful.
Did that guy have pocket change? Ah, beans!
Dude, I took it, but I left his shirt, so I guess I'm lawful chaotic. I wonder why you left the $4 on him.
Must have just glossed over it. But I remember just beelining for Solstheim as quickly as I could. Oh, this guy's just sad Liam Neeson.
Urban Kerbatha.
Some money. Yeah, I made a beeline for Solstheim because I was like, I want a werewolf. I want a werewolf.
That's very fair. Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Some raw glass.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Very heavy scrap metal, which I'm gonna hold off on alchemy for now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a chest.
Land's
Oh, shit.
Blood Gallery.
I forgot I found that skeleton summoning amulet thing.
Ah, summon your boy. Absolutely give us a werewolf.
Oh no, they took it from me.
Oh,
it was stolen. I don't have it anymore because I went to jail and it was stolen. Oh well.
no.
Easy come, easy
They took your boy.
go. I guess it was somebody else's skeleton I could summon. Oh god, can you imagine? Whoop! Help!
Summon skeleton, but it summons someone
An extant person's skeleton.
that's currently in use. Oh no.
Give it back after 60 seconds, it'll be fine.
Give in. You're dead already.
Arr.
Oh god, that sounded bad. Are you okay? Do you require my aid?
Yeah, give me a smooch.
Kiss.
Ah.
Deathman.
Fighter
The
of the
Deathman.
Batman.
The Bathman. I want to have a Bathman. Ooh.
Cool bed.
Uh-huh. Cool door to your tiny bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Dwarf Fortress Adventure mode now.
Dweeber tiny house. Only one side of this door is trapped.
How?
Yeah, that side. Oh no!
I didn't notice it was trapped until I started opening it.
Oh god, I was even saying only one side of that door is trapped.
I don't know. You said only one side of that door, and I thought you were going to say opens. And I'm like, no, they both open. So I clicked on it, and then it said trap. Well, you know what? This might actually work out. Since we're here, I'm going to run down to the Fighters Guild and get the first part of the quest that takes us to this place. So maybe whatever flags need to be flagged will flag.
Oh.
And I'm going to run back to you. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of new emotes and stuff now. Absolutely, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Hasfed Antabolus. Ba-ba-da-ba. B-B-B-B. Favor. Alright. Ruins nearby called Arkanthans. We need you to run over there, find me a little cube with a circular design, some symbols on it, called Dream of Puzzle Box. On the east side of the Foyata, south of the bridge. That's, I think, a local term for like a lava river?
I think so, yeah. Summoned by another. Question again. Ah, please. Please do question. The Jack's Crimes GIF emote. Yeah, that's by a natural 20. Because I did some bad crimes in our Mario Party stream. I didn't actually use this hammer. Oh, I like that. Okay. Your repair failed. hammer's all used up. It's a bad hammer.
Yeah.
I love the noises that spells make in this game. Wow, 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 wee woo.
Wow, wow.
Borat voice my spell. Wow, 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 wee woo.
It may have been a part of the Daggerfall Unity stuff. I don't know if it was inherent there, but playing through Daggerfall, I was so surprised at how many sound effects were there from Morrowind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Morrowind uses a lot of stock samples.
Yeah, it super does, which is, you know what, fine.
Mm-hmm. You got some serious birds outside your apartment.
Me?
I mean, I can hear birds tweeting.
Oh. I can't, maybe my headphones.
Like, unless that's the ambience that's being mixed in with the cave samples. Which would be wild.
Cave birds. That's what bats are.
Basically.
I like describing things bad.
It's fun. Yeah, I remember the werewolf quest in this one being pretty fucking good. Like getting her signs ring so you can kinda control yourself a little bit. But like you become werewolf every single night because just how werewolf work in this universe.
Sure. A much more complex sort of lunar system when you got 2 moons to worry about.
But yeah, like I would use the need to feed every night as a werewolf as an excuse to just gank people that I didn't like in the game.
No greater justification for it than they were a bitch to me, now I'll eat them for power.
Much.
Telling things about how things are not good. I don't remember saying that, but it's probably something I would say. Hey, I'm lost. I got lost.
Oh no, me also as well, except I'm inside the place.
Yeah, I got directions for the place, and then I sort of stopped paying attention to where I was going.
You need to go across a bridge.
Yeah, that big bridge.
That we did have a battle on.
Did have a battle on it. This is probably the wrong ruins. Oh, I think these are Daedric ruins. Oh, I don't...
Wait, Daedric ruins? I don't remember those.
Something. There's scamps here. Oh, there's a blight storm happening outside now.
Oh, neat. Oh, Wogan Jar!
Oh!
This is the
found
guy
a whole Wogan Jar?
Yeah, I found a whole Wogan Jar.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one that Brian David Gilbert really enjoyed from his Skyrim book report.
Yeah.
A real Jarth head.
I wonder if I could just center on Cell in multiplayer.
Maybe. Wing, wing, wing. Okay, I've been here before. if I find my way out, it'll be better for you. Marketing fad. I'm sure I haven't found any Dwemer puzzle boxing down here.
Yeah, I don't know if... Maybe you should go outside to make sure it gets toggled on, because it might change and not be in there for the flag to make it show.
Good point. I mean, a trail of corpses is biodegradable, so it's better for the environment.
Then breadcrumbs?
A duck might eat those and get angel wing.
I guess that's fair.
It might become a one-winged angel. You want another Sephiroth running around?
No.
There you go. So, corpses it is.
Quack, 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 quack. I'm in the depths of a Foyata. I don't know if it's the Foyata. They told me to start going towards Caldera and then make a turn, and I think I made the wrong turn because I started going towards the other side of Balmora again, so then I just picked a random direction.
This place is like 2 cells from Balmora.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. It's like immediately north and east, like 1 cell northeast of Moonmuth.
Going definitely doing bad.
Going to guess that you're pretty far away, huh?
I'm a northeast by about a lot.
Do you want another Sephiroth? Because that's how you get Sephiroth, the advertising premise of Advent Children. You know? You know, yeah. That film's been out forever, and I never actually saw it. I did see Spirits Within, which was pretty good. I liked that. But yeah, it's like the way that you get to these ruins is pretty much take the other fork leading to the Moonmoth Legion fort.
Yeah, I took the wrong fork.
Oh jeez. Spirits Within is real? Yeah. It's a real film that happened. It was okay. Like, the problem with doing a Final Fantasy movie is that there's not really... Oh, God. Like, Final Fantasy is what is Final Fantasy at this point? Because, like, at one point Final Fantasy was sort of, okay, this is, a fairly, you know, this is a set of game mechanics that you can expect from Final Fantasy, and now, the more recent Final Fantasies are more experimental, which is good, because, you know, we don't need, 15 plus games of just the same thing over and over.
Sure.
But, how would you define a Final Fantasy game? Would you just go, it has a Cid and it had a Biggs and Wedge?
It has someone named Cid in it.
Yeah.
Cid, Biggs, Wedge, Faraga.
Yeah.
And there you go. Mm-hmm. Maybe an airship or two. Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm. A game that is our last-ditch attempt to make a successful game. I've heard all sorts of accounts of that. I'm not sure if that's apocryphal. Like, honestly, I like the story enough and it's harmless enough that I'm... Okay, so it's been confirmed as not true, yeah. Okay, where are you?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Like relative to Moon Moth.
Yeah.
Okay. Neat.
I'm northeast of Moon Moth by about 4 tiles or so.
Jesus.
I'm coming to you. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I was talking and just holding the mouse button, and I'm being chased by a lot, so I can't. I have a divine intervention scroll. I was just gonna teleport back to Balmora, and then I didn't, because you can't read in battle.
Understandable.
I think actually I was trying to read the scroll and not just equip and use it. So that's on me. I forgot that was a thing.
I guess I'm going to delve back into the dungeon.
Yeah, I would recommend that. I'm getting close. I'm in Malagamore again, so this is where I need to be.
The bell on sleep. Ah.
Oh, I see some kind of bridge, and it looks fairly sizable.
Oh.
Somebody get Piccolo on the horn.
Okay, Cells of Hollow Hand. We have been here. This is where we found the cool book. We did not find a cool puzzle box, however.
No, but now that you've left and re-entered, I think it's probably going to be there.
Fingers crossed.
Book is apparently valuable too.
Yeah, it is valuable.
Books tend to be quite nicely. Oh shit! Did I go the? I went the.
I should have probably taken that book. Oh well.
Take it. Oh no, because we. Oh, but we doubled back, didn't we? That's what confused me. Fucking blight storms again.
And if you found the big bridge, you're there.
My disease hurts.
Okay, so what? Just... Oh, you wind up in fairly different places depending on which of these doors you go through. Neat. Okay, this is Heaven's Gallery again. We've been here. But this was the thing that I wasn't able to cross because it requires jumping across, well, lava. Or magma?
No one's really sure. I think you could still call it magma.
When it's inside, it's magma, right?
Yeah, it's underground, it's magma. When it's above ground, it's lava.
And when you're being tricked, it's ligma.
Exactly.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. Oh, this is a bad idea! Oh, this is exciting! Ow, 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 ow.
Are you okay?
My feet! I hurt my feet!
Oh no.
I don't know if I can get out of this one. It really hurts to be on magma.
Oh gosh. Are you, I guess... Are you here? Oh, hey!
Hey!
Help!
Help, girl!
Hey, I might be able to help, girl.
Ow!
I have racer plumes. Please Please work. Oh! Ha! 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 Oh, it's not for very long, Jax.
How long is it for?
You get 5 seconds.
That's enough. I
Let's
guess
see.
drop it pretty close to the edge and don't fall in yourself, whatever you do, for the love of God.
I have 2 of them, though, so maybe you can...
Okay. Okay, maybe I can... Oh!
Hang on.
Wait a sec. I think I found a texture seam that I can jump up.
Oh, bless. Okay, I can only put them at my feet. I'm scared to... I want it. Oh, Jax.
Lava hits me with a very big, meaty, chunky crunch, and I don't like it. It's so close.
There's no way you can reach that, is there?
It's so close. I need help. Help.
What if I do this? What if I drink one and then go down there and drop one?
Yeah, okay, if you can do it quickly enough, probably.
Oh, dear. How's that?
Got it.
Okay. Just be quick, because you're very slow with this. So be
Save
prepared
girl
for it.
sauce.
Drink the save girl sauce.
Oh, exquisitely
That's
slow.
not the direction you were supposed to go in. Jax, why would you go towards the lava?
Because I thought it was going to be quicker than that.
No, I just told you how slow it was. Tell me you're safe. Oh, Jax,
I'm not in the lava yet.
Oh, Jax, are you... I don't have any more racer plumes. Well...
Ouchie. Oh, it's okay. I'm at the fort. Oh.
I'm listening.
Oh.
Cool.
This is the world's loudest grinding sound from nowhere. Okay, I'll be right back.
If there happens to be anybody there who sells Coda flowers and racer plumes.
It was all a dream. You know, I have had dreams pretty much like that.
Yeah, except the lava is my dad, and he's really disappointed in me.
I was trying to save myself. I was just like, maybe I can save myself and go to the place I wanted to go to in the first place. And no, I could not. It's a bad idea. I'm sad that side hopping and bunny hopping and all manner of movement techniques do not really work in this game. Oh my god, I could definitely use one of the scrolls of Vicarian Flight to cross the gap.
Oh, that would have worked so well. Probably not, but it would have been funny.
It would have been hilarious, yeah. I mean, we still have to cross that gap because whatever's across that gap might be the puzzle box.
It's true. I'm looking over some covered territory to see if it was in any of those.
I have scoured that territory pretty well.
What was that? Oh, are you back here already?
Yep. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Scroll of Vicarian Flight. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. Whoop!
Uh-huh.
It worked.
So, oh, good.
I I think I buried myself in the ceiling a bit, but I got across the lava. So overall, a win. Oh!
Overall?
I will bathe in your blood.
Oh, there's a mean guy here with a big hammer. Oh!
Ha.
Why did you put me in Balmora this time, video game?
Oh no.
Yeah, the guy's just like, I will bathe in your blood.
What you want?
You know, it's actually getting kind of late. Do we want to maybe think about wrapping up?
Yeah, we could do that. I could probably play this until I fall over dead, but
Likewise.
maybe that would be the best
Yeah.
idea.
We've been going for 4 hours. Let's at least go see Vivek, because it is his
Okay.
birthday.
Let's do that.
Take the Silt Strider to Vivek.
We make a special trip just for you. Same load,
Me to Vivek.
Why walk when you can ride?
Why walk?
Oh,
You can ride.
Dusty outside, huh?
Oh, it's so dusty. That's the thing about being outside, it's very dusty right now. Big old Imperial Dragon here, so is this the Imperial Canton? I forget how the cantons go in this video game. Oh, the foreign quarter.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Now Vivek's in the one that's under the Ministry of Truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. God, Fortify Acrobatics 1000. It's a hell of a thing. It's House Redoran. Arena Canton.
There's an arena here.
Oh, this guy can probably.
I'm listening.
take
Go
me.
ahead.
Should be some motorists around.
It'd be the temple, right? Probably. I guess find out.
Yeah, it'd be the temple.
I think Sleet's image is just picking up on her
What is this
keyboard as
about?
well.
Oh, possibly. I tried to. Oh, you know what? I bet it didn't save the sensitivity options that I had set
It's,
for it.
it's no big deal. It just looks like you're stimming a little bit.
Which isn't wrong.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the codiflowers and the fire petals. There's Vivek doing a big kill on a bug. I can hear you bouncing. Think.
Hello. Ah,
Hello.
hello. Make a great point.
And there's Vivek praising the sun. And there's... Now, what's that thing called? The big rock.
That is by the people called the Ministry of Truth. Its actual name is Bar Dao. And it is a moonlet, a chunk of rock from a plane of oblivion. What got thrown here, I think, by Mullig Ball.
Because he was fucking fed up.
Yeah. And Vivek has stuck it there in place. Which is kind of fucked up because it's very much a symbol of if you ever stop loving me, I could just let that go.
Yeah. So what goes on at the Ministry of Truth? It doesn't sound good.
There's a lot of his royal guard up there. I think there's like some prison stuff in there. I don't fully remember. I feel like Vivek retreats to that at some point. Maybe he doesn't.
Oh yeah, we can do the...
Ah, you got a blessing.
The pilgrim path. Oh, House of Vivek, lock level 100, trapped.
Oh,
I thought we could just go in.
Guess not. Oh, it was Shay Gorath who threw the rock, not Mulling Ball. Okay, interesting. That was mean.
Tracks as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Can we not just go right in? I would love to go right in, Vivek.
Oh, what the hell?
I
I
can't...
want to talk to this cool pinstripe man.
What? Who?
Well, not really pinstripe, but you know. It's half blue and half gold.
Oh, right.
More sense for Shay Gorath and Mullig Ball. Yeah. Well, Vivek and Mullig Ball have a rather sordid history.
Yeah?
Vivek may have done some not very appropriate things to Mullig Ball. I'll leave it at that.
Oh dear.
But they're not on very good terms.
Hey, can I see Vivek, please?
Talk to God, please.
We're watching you, scum.
Neat.
It's not very nice.
Well, alright, we came to Vivek. You're gonna have to make do with the funny Vivek statues, I guess.
Well, you can kind of see his... They've made his right side a little bit darker. In the statue, that's good.
Alright. Let's call it there, because I'm getting kinda tired of Vabial Games.
That sounds like a plan. Well, I was very excited for the opportunity to jabber on for 4.5 hours about a special interest of mine.
And I was very excited for you to do that. Because, oh my god, are you kidding me?
And we actually got to do some cool stuff, I feel like.
Yeah, I had hella fun, honestly.
Yeah, I had a very good time with this.
Let's see who we can raid. How many viewers? God dang. Y'all.
Oh, bless. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm glad people are interested in this.
Okay, who is online? Oh, Sophie Baby's online doing old school RuneScape. Hell yeah, we're gonna go raid Sophie Baby. who is pretty fucking rad. Okay. It's been lovely, and thank you for coming along, Spoonie. Thank you for the raid,
Yeah,
and
thanks so much.
thanks to all the raiders who've stuck around. If folks want to support us, if folks enjoy the cut of our giblets, made that joke already. Oops.
If you
Then
want to see more of our giblets, we have a YouTube channel with all of our
yeah,
uploads on it.
yeah. You can find that over here. And yeah, we'd love to have you hit that follow button if you're not following us already. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Sophie Baby. Thanks again, and we'll be back on Monday with I'm not sure what yet. We'll suss that out. Watch out on Twitter and in our Discord for the schedule.
Yeah.
All right, catch you all later. Mwah.
Mwah.